podcast. Ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be Josh the Pirate, your DM, and I have doubts. I have such doubts! But not about welcoming you back to Corsair's Cove for another episode in my Humblewood world of Midnight and Madness. With me, I have me hearty crew. That's what we do. It's what people do. They stay alive for each other. It's Rachel Fuka. We stand on principle or we stand not at all, for it's Jack O'Brien. Instant gratification takes too long. It's Ellie B, and she's a righteous bitch, isn't she? It's Ro. A D4 bonus to anyone who could name the actor who spoke all of those lines, and let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Rachel, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name's Rachel Fuka. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large, and do you know what's worth staying alive for? Not your friends, not your family. It's to read books. That's the reason we all get up in the morning, reading books, and I have two of them. Hybridized and the Rings of Mars. Sci-fi. There's mystery. It's got everything. Check that shit out.
Very well. Thank you very much. Jack, who the heck are you?
Hey guys, no, I don't know who that was from. It sounds like Fast and the Furious stuff.
No.
Okay, I'm way off.
Very far.
Anyway, yeah. Hello everybody. My name is Jack O'Brien. You can find me as a pro GM at www.dungeonmasterforhire, and the rest of the time you can find me on Twitch and YouTube and all the social media garbage at Jack Squarepeg, where I do RPG edutainment as well as the Cowboy Call of Cthulhu show Trouble Over Yonder, which is gonna start again, rolling out the episodes in September.
Amazing.
So check out that when it comes out.
Splendid. And choo motherfuckers, thank you very much for that hype train, you bloody champions. Good on you guys. Yes. Ellie B, who the heck are you?
It's me, Ellie B. You may notice I'm somewhere different. That's because sometimes I like to move around. But usually you will find me here doing this. When I'm not here, I'm doing other things with other people. Not as cool people, though, clearly.
Yeah.
So, got some stuff coming up shortly. I will be announcing more soon, I hope. We've hit a bit of a snag, but we will get there. So things soon.
Things soon. Okay, mysterious and exciting. Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro. I'm a Boogaloo-based educator and theatre maker. You can catch me here on Mondays on Corsair's Cove. You can also... I keep having a cough.
But
coming up, and then it's going away. 1 second.
Is it one of those annoying coughs that doesn't go the whole way?
Yeah, it didn't actually come out.
I know
I just need to cough and it will be fine.
Those are the biggest bastards.
Okay,
It's just fuck off.
You can also catch me over on Jack Squarepeg's channel in said cowboy show, Trouble Over Yonder. I can also be caught in Perth if you happen to live in this area in shows around here. My next show coming up in September 13, which is very, very close, is God of Carnage, and that is at the Melville Theatre. All of the details for all of those different events can be accessed on my link tree, and I put in some new pretty pictures, so you should check it out.
Heck yeah. The answer is Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. Those are all Meryl Streep quotes. Yes.
I love that.
Look,
obviously not the
Fast
action
and the
movies
Furious
you were
be
expecting.
better?
Yeah, so much
Fast
better.
and the Furious?
Yeah, yeah.
If that's a swan song, just family. Let me tell you about it.
Yes. She's only 75.
I had to choose between my daughter. It was a great movie. Anyway.
Yeah, mine was from Doubt. Rachel's was from The Hours. Jack's was obviously from The Iron Lady. The Margaret Thatcher one. Ellie's was from Postcards from the Edge. And I'm a righteous bitch, aren't I? Is a quote from Dancing at Lugnasa. So yeah, I only heard of 3 of those movies.
No Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, that would have been too easy. Because it's the number 1 on the list of awesome Meryl Streep quotes. Is by all means take your time. You know how much that thrills me. It's an excellent quote and too easy.
Yeah.
I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all our splendid friends. But you know, because you've done that already. You're here, you've joined us. We've had a little bit of a breaklet. Karen and I went to Thailand. We had a lovely time. If you want all the details on that, you can check us out in our Discord. Haha, sneaky Discord plug. All of the I wrote a little bit of a travel blog, and that went up in the Hung Drawn and Quarters while we were away, which is jolly good fun. If you fancy finding out what the heck we did, most of it's there, and the rest of it will be discussed tomorrow night while Karen plays Baldur's Gate and I paint stuff. It was a lovely time. Anything else we need to talk about? We need to talk about the socials. Where you can find all of the stuff you might want to follow us on. And we have a YouTube if you want to check out any of the previous episodes you may have missed, you bloody champions. I'd like to take some time to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're streaming from, which in my case is the Wajak Noongar and the Wurundjeri people. We pay our respects to the elders of this land we live on. We are privileged to be in a country with 60,000 years of continuous culture, which includes a rich history of sharing stories just like this. I'd also like to mention the Ukrainian people, who are having a bit of a rough time at the moment, as you are probably aware. If you do have any spare pennies in your digital wallet, please consider chucking them over at the Emergency Action Appeal, which is raising money for Ukrainian refugees displaced by the war. Good on you, you bloody champions. So, I suppose we do need to... well, before that, actually, there is a couple of other people. Sirenscape is the noises that you can hear that aren't our voices. Check them out, sirenscape.com. And we are affiliated with a couple of wonderful bunches of beans, both of whom have already volunteered prizes for the upcoming International Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day. Wooten Forge, the wonderful chaps over there, have already promised that they will find something in their workshop for us to give away as part of it. This is one of mine that I got many, many years ago, the Wooten Forge dice tray. Very pretty stuff. Check their stuff out at woodenforge.com/Corsair's Cove. And Troll Games will also be chucking us some stuff, and hopefully, speaking of chucking stuff, hopefully the good old Troll Lord Chuck himself might even agree to come over and run a game of Castles and Crusades for us, which I'm excited for because it means I don't actually have to read the book. I can just learn from somebody who already knows how it works. That's exciting for me. And yeah. Well, I think that's... so yeah, if you want to check out any of their cool stuff, check them out, trolllord.com. Guys, what the heck happened last time? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
Oh,
Ellie.
Oh, pick me.
Ooh, I love Ellie B. Yeah, let's do that.
So, after the forced festivities following the arrival of not Strahd, most of the party agreed to keep a low profile, except Smoothie, who decided teenage angst was the way to go, and in true teenage fashion, decided not to tell anyone that he was going after Veriska.
Wasn't allowed, so I did it anyway. Yep.
Following Strahd's cohort in a southerly direction, he came upon an isolated thunderstorm that didn't look like it was good news, so he decided to turn back. Meanwhile, the rest of the party had realised he was missing and had Irina do this really cool thing where her eye rolls back into her head to find him. They all reconvened at Ruffles' house, a poignant place for all endings and beginnings, where Ez did something very un-Ez-like and punched Smoothie in the face. Being called out for the bad behaviour, Ez left to her cart, with the others staying to comfort Smoothie. Selenox then asked Irina to go check on Ez because she realised there might have been more to that story. Irina told Ez about what she saw via Smoothie, and Ez did a cool thing with a bunk bed. The following morning, tensions were still high as the group set off to find the cool lightning. Once they arrived, they found a bunch of weirdos having a garden party in a circle made of stones around a statue that looked vaguely familiar. Strahd. Selenox did the brave, read dumb thing and went straight into the circle to pretend to be one of them.
They accepted me.
One of them's still on full health, and it might be Sel.
Probably. Cut to Strahd, who was having a lovely picnic on a hillside with, front row seats to the light show. Sorry, now I've got a cough.
Sorry, it's like, yeah. I don't think I can be contagious across Zoom, but...
Apparently
it can.
It's everybody hide.
Oh no.
There's your next book idea there, Rach. Digital disease.
God.
Yeah.
It's done. With whatever ritual the weird druids were doing being close to complete, the team leapt into action. However, this meant that Trish went into an uncontrolled rage, heading straight for Strahd. With Smoothie hot on her heels, Trish challenges Strahd, while the rest of the team attempt to stop creepy druids playing a lightning round of Ring Around the Rosie, Russian roulette style. And that is where we are now.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. I think that's very accurate and brings you all right up to speed. So, mateys, with may all the druids you encounter be friendly and not in the process of awakening an evil statue, and all the lightning strikes in the vicinity be aimed squarely at your enemies as we head tremulously at first and then with mounting anxiety and dread into Barovia. So, we return to the middle of a pitched battle between the party and the forces of Strahd, including the main winged psychopath himself. Irina, Sel, and Ez are dealing with the statue and are beset by a bunch of berserkers who, until very recently, were napping in fake graves. Sel's needle blights are having something of an internal squabble. The druids are all dead, and Smoothie is catching up with Trish, who is herself going one-on-one with Strahd. It is Smoothie's turn, and let's bring up a little bit of a map so that everyone can see what the heck is going on. Boop. So I have done a slight switcheroony, so we are now not using above VTT because these guys struggle with it. We are using Roll20. Back to our roots. Joke there. So, Smithy, you are about 100 feet from Mr. Strahd, though it doesn't appear so on the map. You are significantly closer on the map, but Trish, Veriska, and Strahd are a lot further away from the rest of the party than the map would show, because the map isn't big enough to show how far away they are.
I specifically wrote down where I was at, but then I wiped it like a fool. So, if memory serves, I think I could have closed the distance on this turn to get right up there.
If you used your action, you could get to within useful distance, yes.
Which I'm not going to do this turn. Instead, what I imagine it sort of looks like is that as I'm rushing forward, I'm holding the sickle, this new sickle, and it starts to vibrate in his hand. He goes, whoa, what are you doing? And then he is a miniature sun. Now, what is actually happening is that I'm casting Dawn, but I like the idea that it's actually the tree making choices for him. So what that does, mechanically speaking, is that, first of all, I am out of 60 feet, which was important. And two,
yes.
Sneaky. It is a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of bright light.
Wow.
Now, give me a minute here. If you're within 60 feet of... Yeah, okay. So I have sort of made a mistake here, but I think, technically speaking, if I move my movement, I thought it carried with me. So what I guess I'm going to do is, like, I sort of cast it, and then it moves nearby, and it's not centered on me like I thought. It's this cylinder that I'm sort of controlling, and but not really controlling.
Sure.
But because, we'll say in the narrative, he has no idea what the hell's going on, it's not quite on target. So all of a sudden, Strahd just sees this supernova just kind of appear within 30 feet of him. And on my next turn, I get to do stuff with it. But we'll get there.
Okay, cool. So you were outside, you moved to 65 feet away from Strahd, presumably, and then cast it? Or
something along those lines. Unfortunately, I've lost the specific numbers, but I was playing by the rules, and I was writing down what was legal and all of that stuff. So the next turn, I think I will be. I mean, we can say I'm within 60 feet on this turn if it's all the same.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. You were 100 feet away, and then you moved your full movement.
35.
What is your full movement flying?
35.
Okay, cool. In which case, you're exactly 65 feet away from him. Which, And there is now, not centered on you, there is a beam of light. There is a sun, sun essentially.
It's a 30-foot radius. So technically speaking, if I even from the distance, the max distance that I could have put it at. Now I'm terrible with this shit, so bear with me because radius has always fucked with me.
Yep.
But if I understand what radius means, it might be more than just 30. I can never tell the difference between radius and sphere, but I think radius means more than just 6 squares. It actually means more. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But either way, it lands near him. Whether it hits him on this round, I'll leave up to you because I wouldn't be able to.
So, daylight the spell.
I'll give a point. Dawn, the spell.
Dawn, sorry, dawn.
D-A-W-N, yeah.
Spell, 5e. 40 foot, 30 foot, 30 foot radius, 40 foot high. Cylinder of bright light, and you cast it within 60 feet of you, so it gets him. Yeah, that would be, he would be within that radius.
Alright.
Yeah.
So in that
given
case,
that you're, well, the range is 60 feet, you're 65 feet away from him, so it can be 5 foot, it can be next to him if you want it to be.
No, if it hits him and that's all fair and dandy, then that's what we'll do, because Lord knows I'll take any advantage I can get right now. So
the range on the spell, as far as I can see, is 60 feet.
Yep.
Which means if you had it appear basically within 10 feet of him, it would
then
definitely
he'd get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in that case,
each creature
I think
in it must make a con save, so this would also be Trish.
Creature or enemy? I'm not
Says
sure that's
each
true.
creature in it must make a con saving throw, taking 4d10 radiant.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, he's not really controlling it anyway, so let's just roll with that.
Okay, con save Rach, and this is probably going to get Veriska too, unless you would want it to not.
I don't think he'd want it to, but shall we make it an Arcana check to make it fair?
Very well, yeah.
I mean, let's see.
A radius of 30 feet means a 60-foot diameter circle. So this is gonna, it's a lot of things.
I rolled a 1, so 3 minus 2.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So the damage is...
Yeah. Creature must make the saving throw and half as much on a successful one. Okay. Strahd is going to... it's a... What save? Sorry, it is a con save. Strahd's con 18 is what he got.
So half of 27, which is like 13, I think.
So Trish takes 27.
Okay.
As does Veriska, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I can't control it, so yeah, we've established that.
That's fine. I love it. Con save for Veriska is... she nat 20'd it, actually. She takes half too.
Okay.
And... So Strahd is going to take a little bit of damage.
Radiant damage.
Yes. 27 halved is 13 radiant damage. Yep. Cool. Right. And Veriska is also going to take 13 points of damage. Cool. Very nice. Smoothie. Then it is... Anything else? Sorry, Smoothie. Do you have anything else you would like to do?
I moved. I'm having trouble kind of figuring out how close I want to be. So I guess I'll just write down... Well, I can probably move my squares now because I would be within 60 feet of him, give or take, something like that.
You are at 65 feet after your movement of this turn.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah, okay, so 65 would put me there. Cool. I reckon then there's not too much else I can do. Let me quickly check bonus actions, but I doubt it. Bonus actions. Well, I've definitely used the Steps of Night, and no, I think I'm good with that.
Very well.
In this case, yeah.
I am going to draw a circle on the map for a 30-foot wide one. Oh god.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. I'm happy to let you handle that because whenever
Yeah.
my players are like, "Hey, this thing," I'm like, "Oh fuck," I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to that mathematical stuff.
Oh, for goodness sake. The
move it?
drawing on the map thing, you can't move it once you've put it down.
How they're ready.
So I just have to erase it. Actually, that doesn't make any sense, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, clear drawings and text, please. Yes, please. I will just... I'm going to do a rough... It's there. Let's call it that.
Cool. Yep. I'll be
Um,
moving it eventually anyway, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Concentration up to a minute. You can move it up
And
to 60
I'm-
feet as a
and I'm
bonus action
flying.
on your turn.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
very well.
I'm flying
Yes.
up in the air. Yeah.
Splendid. Then it is the Druid. The Druids are all dead, but their Berserker allies are up and moving and are going to be dashing towards the ladies. So, Druid number one, Berserker number one is heading that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second Berserker will get to Irina, but no closer. The third will not quite make it. The really big owl folk is going to get to Cell, and the second one is going to just make it to Esmeralda, while the sixth is trundling a little behind. They are going to start attacking the girls, the ones that made it there. The Berserkers have a single attack. But it's quite a good one. Let's find out. So Cell is going to cop 2, as in 2 different dudes. So let's roll for those. A 19 to hit.
Miss.
Misses. And then the one against Esmeralda gets a 16 on the dice. 16 total.
That hits.
That's a hit. Okay.
I'm going to
yes.
react to the miss as well.
That is 10 points of slashing damage. I tell you what, actually, they are going to recklessly attack. So yeah, both the people who attacked you, Cell, are recklessly attacking. They still missed. And Irina is going to be attacked for a 14 to hit.
Equals.
Equals beats. A for a 9 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
What does Selenox do in retaliation?
Riposte!
Riposte, yes.
Riposte!
You riposte.
On save?
20 to hit.
It does indeed, against the first Berserker. Which one would you like to go for? There's a Strig and a Luma.
The Luma.
The Luma. Luma Berserker.
So, just checking what my superiority dice are now.
It's 10s, aren't
They're
they?
still 8s?
D8s.
I think they're 10s now. They're either 8s or 10s. I'm just trying to find out. So I got 10 plus.
Hey, Soundboy.
D8 still. So 10
It's Luma Luma.
plus a 7, so 17 damage.
17 damage to the second one. Very well. That's their turn. Trish! It is your turn.
Trish's turn. This is gonna shock everyone. She's gonna stab him. With the Ember Lance. Let's go.
Very nice. Well, it might not be. 17 is a hit.
Good. Alright.
You are grappled, I would stress.
How does that affect me? I forget.
It doesn't stop you
gets to
attacking
bite you.
him, but it will allow him to bite you.
Oh, I'm gonna keep attacking him. That's
Okay.
fine. 12 plus my sneak.
Ooh.
Good.
Too soon
And
to
now
say,
I get
Sandboy.
to...
I've been in the country for about 36 hours. So 9.
I'm going-
Yeah, okay. So another
12 and
21.
9. I'm going to use extra attack to do that again.
Aha. Smart.
So let's go.
A 12 is not a hit, I'm afraid.
Okie dokie. Then I will use my offhand dagger attack. Boom.
20 does.
Yep. Blew it
For a
for
further
another
8.
8 damage.
Very well. Thank you very much. All right.
And I can't use movement to wriggle free. That's just an act.
No,
that
you
would
have
be
to
an
use your
action, not
action to
movement.
get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm staying right here, baby.
Very well. Esmeralda, it's your turn.
Ez is probably going to let everyone else deal with the close combat, and she's going to continue trying to take out the statue.
As you
Smart.
see a giant sun ball in the distance.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of giant balls of fire,
Goodness gracious.
if I were
did
to
not, Sandboy.
theoretically cast something, it wouldn't hit anyone, would it?
Depends on what you cast.
A giant ball of fire.
It wouldn't
Goodness
hit
gracious.
any of your friends unless you. It depends where you
Made
put
it so.
On the statue.
Very much. If you cast Fireball, you could theoretically get a couple of them in the radius of it without hurting your friends. Looking at the map,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
if you're wanting to do the, so Fireball's a 30-foot radius, right?
Let me double check. It is 20 feet.
20-foot radius. That's still 40 feet. You could absolutely get the guy attacking you, the guy who's coming along behind him, and the statue in that without hurting anybody else.
Beautiful. Is gonna cast Fireball.
I love it. Cast Fireball. Roll. Yeah. So I got to make a couple of saves on behalf of the Berserkers. An 18, and it's a dex save, so a 19 and a 14. 14 probably doesn't do it, but the 19 would. I think
other
it
two
makes
do.
sense that the one who is attacking you is the one that fails. And the statue does fail, because statues aren't very dexterous at all. So, roll
Brain naked.
8d6.
That is 34 damage.
34. Woo! That's a spicy meatball. The one that is attacking you takes 34 points of fire damage. The statue also takes 34 points of fire damage, which, now, as I recall, the statue has 50 hit points, which means you just burned it down. Because it had taken 17, so you did almost exactly the right number of damage.
You shook its nerves.
Yes. It is here in my notes. Yes, it has an AC of 10 and 50 hit points. And it is immune to psychic and poison, but it isn't immune to fire. So the statue is... I don't think it immediately just crumbles, but it just goes up like a torch. And Berserker number 4 also takes 17 points of damage. Very, very nice. Anything else? The guy in front of you is on fire and angry about it, which is probably not that surprising. Anything else? You happy? You in bonus actioning?
Yeah, I will help action to probably Selenox.
Very well. Cell has bonus action help, and after that is Veriska. Now, what is the movement on a...
I am flying, do not forget.
You are flying. Yep. I do, however, think that she would... she doesn't have anything that she can do that would attack you. However, she would absolutely leave the spell's radius, if possible. So I think that's what
fine.
she would do, is move away from it. Putting herself kind of between you and Strahd as well. But it's really just the fastest way out of the glowy ball.
Given that I've done damage to her, what is she looking like? Is she like feral now?
Scorched. Like her skin has been like the worst sunburn of your life. That sort of, yeah.
I meant in temperament. Is she still calm?
Not a lot of expression on the face.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Robot.
Yeah. Yes, I think Esmeralda is actually unique in this, in being characters in this world so far, in that she rarely, if ever, stabs anybody. Selenox, it is your turn, and then it will be Twigs.
Does Twig only get to do something if I use my bonus action to?
No. Twig, as you recall, the five other needle blights started attacking you, and Twig went for them. They are now having an all needle blight hoedown. That it looks like Twig is not gonna, like, he's all right currently, but he is not going to survive it for long.
Mother, help me.
Okay, so that's okay. So I am going to attack my Luma friend.
You're the worst friend.
Yeah, I am. So that is 22 to hit.
22 to hit is, let me check. Yes, absolutely does.
15.
15 damage.
This is not coming up very quickly, so I had to tap my head, but yes, I got it right. And then I'm going to attack him again, because I've got a second attack.
Yes, you do.
And I got nat 20!
Oh, for a 30 to hit. Alrighty.
30 to hit.
Big money.
So does that mean I get 24 plus my roll? Or no, 16 plus my roll?
Why? It would be... So yes, 16 plus whatever you roll, yes.
Yeah.
Because you've got a plus 8 damage already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your two rolls were a 1 and a 2.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why we do brutal crits, because otherwise that would be a really shit... So you rolled a 1, and so you do 17 points of damage.
And a 2.
Yeah, you would normally only roll 1 dice.
Oh, yeah,
it rolled
I
2
don't know why
for you, and the first roll would be maximized.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
17 rather than 11, which is shit. And that's why we do brutal crits.
Yes.
17, he doesn't enjoy that experience at all. Not dead yet, but absolutely angry about it. Very cross with you about it.
Yeah, that's fair. And then I'm going to... You better fucking listen to me. Use my bonus action to tell Twig to get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay. So please make me a nature check.
Nine?
9. Very well. Twig hears you. Twig will do with it something or another. Twig looks over his shoulder at you. Now, you say that specifically to Twig or to all of them? To sort of try and reassert control, or specifically telling Twig to get away?
Well, can I speak to Twig and then use my bonus action to try and control them, or one or the other? One or the other,
but I would say you can absolutely speak to Twig, but with no real means of controlling him in that. However, he does seem to be ignoring the instructions of other druids in favor of listening to you.
Yeah.
But a 9 wouldn't be enough to control the others anyway. They seem to have sort of slipped their bonds, as it were. Twig hears you and looks over his shoulder. And, Sel, you get the distinct impression that he is sort of backing away from them, but he can't get away without, like, running the risk of being torn apart as he runs away. But he is trying to back away, trying to hold them back from you. He is protecting you with himself, basically.
No.
Branch, Tinder, Moss, Stick, and Kindle, however, are gathering around him. So Twig will... Yes?
May I have a soot action as well, please?
You may. What's Soot gonna do?
Can Soot go and use some fire on the other twigs?
Ooh. Okay. Yes.
Soot, help your brother!
Soot! Make on behalf of Soot.
Oh, no, better. Get Twig out of dodge. Go and pick up your brother.
So Twig is a medium-sized creature.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, so it's too small. All right, fine. Go and help your brother. I retract picking up statements.
Make
I don't see size.
Yeah. Make a on behalf of Twig, can you make an attack roll, please? A d20 plus 3. Indeed, you actually can control Twig. And his, unlike everybody else in Roll20, Twig actually has full stats. I did load them in today. So you ought to be able to, on Twig's character sheet, roll dice for him and make attacks for him and so forth.
Okay, so an attack?
So yeah, if you on
Needles or claws?
Needles are the ranged attack, claws are the melee.
The claws.
Yeah, he is attacking Kindle. How'd you do? Because I can't see.
It says damage 5 piercing, but it doesn't say.
Is
there a roll
that
to
will just
hit?
be that's rolling to hit. Sorry, roll. You want the claws actually?
Yeah, that is claws. Yeah, I'll roll this to hit, and then we'll use that if he does
that's
hit.
the damage dice. Yeah.
Yeah. 13 to hit.
13 does hit. Very nice.
So then
And then he did 5 piercing.
5 piercing.
Nice. Alrighty. Kindle is on his last leg. He is looking rather battered and beaten.
I don't want Kindle to die either.
Well,
I don't want any of my twig brigade to die, but some of them have turned on me.
that is true. So, Soot is going to swoop in and help his brother with his breath attack, I guess. So I will make 3 dex saves on behalf of the 3 that he can get in this. Going around the circle, the 12, an 8, and a 14, plus their dexterity of +1, would mean that I think the 15 would succeed, but the 13 would fail. So Tinder and Kindle are going to both get caught up in Soot's ash breath, which will do, because we haven't actually bothered to stat out Soot at all. I'm going to say it does a mere 1d4 damage. Which I roll a 1. However, that is enough to kill Kindle. And Tinder is going to cop a single point of damage from Soot's angry defense of Twig. He's sort of swooping at them and batting at them and generally being a bit of a nuisance. They, however, cannot attack Soot because they're far too focused on killing Twig. So 4 of them are going to attack Twig. I got a nat 20, and then a 14, a 13, and an 11, which means all but 1 will hit. For 2d4 every time. That's going to be a lot. 5. Oh no. 2, 6. They rip Twig asunder. Twig goes down. And collapses.
Row multi-classes into barbarian as of now.
And the remaining the remaining 4 stick boys sort of maneuver past their fallen brethren. And it's back to the top of the order.
Irina
Strahd.
hasn't had a turn yet.
Sorry. Oh, Irina hasn't had a turn yet. How have I missed Irina? I apologize. She should have gone before Veriska. Irina, your turn. I do apologize. There is a guy up in your grill.
He is. And he's gonna regret that decision. Irina
How on
spreads
fire
her
is he about
arms
to be?
out wide. He's not gonna be on fire yet. Not yet. Spreads her arms out wide and kind of claps them in front of herself. And as they separate, 2 glittering stars form between her hands.
Oh dear.
And when she puts her hands down at her side, they start to orbit her at a blinding speed, casting like a light barrier around her. And that will be the spell Stellar Bodies.
Fuck yeah. So this is a protective thing, I believe.
It's both.
Yeah.
You can do damage and protect.
I am aware. So you guys have gotten into the higher level stuff now, and my knowledge of higher level magic isn't as good. So yeah, awesome. Rach, tell us what Stellar Bodies does, he says, pretending he knows, but the audience should find out.
I mean, I could, or I could wait for it to do some damage.
All right,
which it
let's do
hasn't
that.
yet.
But it hasn't yet.
They're just flying. They're just flying around me.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Very well then. Anything else as a bonus action?
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
Cool. I am glad you did that. Strahd is now going to try and eat Trish. He does not regenerate because he has taken radiant damage. He is, however, going to move outside of the circle. Or at least,
movement?
At half movement because he's dragging Trish with him. So he's not going to get there, but he is going to start. You know what? No, he's not. He's not going to do that. He can't. First of all, he can't get all the way outside the circle. Oh, actually, he can, given the way it's centered. He is going to shift Trish and himself there.
Cool.
He is going to bite Trish.
All right.
For a quite a lot, a 25 to hit,
That'll do it.
and yes, 1d4.
Can I-
Sorry, yeah.
Can I uncanny dodge if I'm grappled?
I think technically yes.
Then I will.
I don't see why you can't. I feel like, well, I think rules-wise, yes. The answer is technically yes, but I don't think you should be able to. But rules-wise, yes, you can.
You're the boss, Josh. You tell me.
I think. All right, I'll put it this way. I think you can uncanny dodge the physical damage of this, but not the necrotic blood-sucking bit of it. That makes sense to me. If you want to hold your uncanny dodge for his physical attack, which he will also do, he was also going to claw at you as well, which will do more damage that you will be able to uncanny dodge. I would allow you to hold
Then
it.
that's.
Yeah.
I'll do that then.
So he does a full 10 points of piercing damage with his bite, and then 3d6 necrotic. Which isn't that great. It is a further 9. And he is going to regain 9 hit points as well, reducing your hit point maximum by 9 points. No, what am I doing? Yeah, no, that's right. And then he will unarmed strike you, which will be slashing and necrotic. For a mere 19 to hit.
That'll do it. Just real quick, I'm resistant to piercing at the moment, so
Yep.
what does that halve it?
You would half it, yeah, so 5.
So it should have been 5. Okay.
Yeah. And you uncanny dodge this one, which is going to be 1d8. Yeah. 1d8 plus 4, so 8 points of slashing, which you half, and you're also resistant to, so half again, so 2. And 4d6 necrotic. There's another d6. And I'm allowing you to half this one, which is going to mean it's not very much at all because I'm rolling a bit crap today. That is a full 10, half to 5.
All right. Okay.
Yep. That's basically what he can do, which means it's Smoothie's turn. You're muted, my friend.
I'm trying to interject less, so I'm keep putting the
Yep.
mute button on. So the I sort of imagine this is sort of happening at the same time as I kind of, because I was planning to cast Stellar Bodies as well, so I'll kind of see a similar sort of thing, and like maybe like cinematically we're just like doing it at the same time, not even realizing, like, you know, like the camera's like shifting.
Cool.
So yeah, very similar vibe. But well, I imagine, and tell me if I'm wrong, Trish. Rachel. Yours might look a bit more structured and arcane. His would look a bit more like kind of, you know, like the cleric-y kind. It's more like silver dew kind of going around him.
Yeah, slightly different flavor. Yeah.
Exactly. So first thing I'm going to do is actually, hang on. Maybe I don't think I can, because I think it takes an action to move the damn thing. Yeah,
It's a bonus
if that's the case, let's find out. To move Dawn. If you're within 60 feet, you can move it as a bonus. You're right. Okay, so I will stick with my plan. And what we'll do is we will move it so that it's on Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Centered on him. Like he's in the center, but like it's like this bit here sort of thing. Or like here maybe, so that he's got as far as he can possibly move in either direction.
Yeah.
Maybe here. I don't know. I'll let you figure that out.
I'm basically just going to move him and Trish into the middle of it rather than the other way around.
Right. Well, I want Trish out of it though. Is the trick?
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be on the edge of Trish.
So it's on the very on the very edge. So if Strahd moved at all, he
if he moved forward, yeah, you're right. But I can always move it, so I guess it's a moot point. So yes, so on the edge, yeah.
So yeah, you shift it very slightly left, essentially.
Yeah.
So he is like there on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And he needs to make a con save for the first bit.
Con 17.
17 is just beats, and therefore he takes 7 points of radiant from that. And then as I chuck one of the stars at him, he needs to make I think it's another con save, yes.
Another con save. Is another
Ignore
17. Sorry.
No, whatever. Yeah, it's radiant, that's the important thing. So I'll keep that 8 and I'll roll 3 more. That's another 8, so 16 reduced to 8.
Sorry, how close are you?
Huh?
Oh, they're 120 feet.
Stellar
Have you moved
Bodies,
any closer?
120 feet. I didn't need to, so no. Yeah, no, I don't think so. So I did that damage, whatever it was, and the other bit, because you asked me the question I was counting. As I was counting.
So Stellar Bodies does 8 plus another 8. 16.
Yep, so 16. So 8 plus 7 is 15 points of damage. Not great, considering, but it's radiant. Better than a kick in the mouth. And that'll be my turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, apologize just a second. Cool. Strahd is going to use a legendary action and bite Trish again.
Oh, sorry. I will move a tiny bit more forward if that's okay for reasons.
Are you moving that at the end of your, but after you've cast your spells?
After I've done the things, yeah.
Yep, very well.
Yep.
So you are now within 60 feet of him.
That's correct.
Okay. Yep, Strahd is going to, bite Trish again. Ooh! That was very close, Trish. She got a 19 on the dice. So another 3d6. That's better. And a d6 of... yeah, so minimum damage on the bite's piercing damage, so 5 points of piercing, which you are resistant to.
Does that wind up as 2 or 3?
2. And then
Nice.
14 points of necrotic, which he heals.
Okay.
And
I have a question about that. Does that count in the Radiant thing, or is that a separate deal?
He can't. His regeneration doesn't function in the Radiant, but he can still regenerate hit points.
Okay.
Yeah. The bite specifically doesn't say anything about being in Radiant.
Yeah, I'm just curious because if it says he can't regain hit points, I was just curious. That's all. Your call.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
No, I don't see why not. Cool. Then it is the Berserkers' turn. The Berserkers are going to finally get where they're going. This is going to be fun for Irina. There are two Berserkers right next to you, Irina, and they're both going to attack you.
All right.
Does Stellar Bodies have anything to say about that?
I believe it does, Josh. It does indeed. They have to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, okay. Where's
Smarter than your average berserker.
I have to hit them first. I have to hit you first. I mean, I did. Yeah, they both did. So yes, they will now make wisdom saves. Blue.
My AC's 14 at the moment. Not 11.
They both rolled 14 or higher. I am recklessly attacking. I want to be clear, so you would have advantage on any melee attacks against them.
Nice.
But yeah, they both with that got over 14 on the dice, so their minimum to hit was a 19. They're actually both Mapatch, these two. The one that is not colored in is the light blue dice, so let's find out how they did. A nat 20 from that guy, and a 14 plus wisdom. Mine is nothing, so 14, which is probably a fail. Or take 1d8 of radiant.
Fails
Each.
take 1d8 per star, of which
Yeah.
I have 2.
2d8 damage on Berserker number 5. Roll me that damage.
Roll it. Hang on.
And I will roll 2d12s to smack you up. Ooh. Plus 3.
10 damage.
10 damage. Very nice. And Berserker number 6 is okay so far. However, Irina, I just rolled an 11 and a 12 of damage on you. So a total of 29 points of damage from the two Berserkers.
29 all up. Ouch.
Yes.
Being a wizard is different, man.
Then the two who are attacking Selenox are probably going to miss, but let's find out. No. Actually, I apologize. A 21 for the first one.
Yeah.
This is recklessly attacking, so you would get they're just going to have to recklessly to get you, I think. The second one is still going to miss with a 17, pair of 12s. So, yep, you get advantage on them, but one of them does actually hit you. And one of them missed if you want to riposte.
Yes, please.
That is a full 15 points of damage on you as well, my dear.
15 damage, and I hit back at the person who misses me.
Yep.
23 to hit.
That would be the Luma, and 23 to hit does.
So that is 16 plus 5. 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Friend.
70. You kill him!
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping so. These guys are buff.
They are quite buff, yes. Very nice. And then the two attacking Esmeralda, who are both a bit singed, one more so than the other, are going to... Oh, there's a crit. And the other one, an 18, should do it too. Okay, so, Ez. I'm going to say that the one who crit is probably the one who's more on fire. So that's 12 plus 2. So a total of 17 from the crit. And the other one got a 7 plus the 3, so 10. So a total of 27 points of damage to you as well.
Awesome. That's shit.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah. Then it's Esmer. No, sorry, it's Trish's turn. What am I talking about? Trish, you are not in the ball of glowy light.
Fair enough. I'm gonna hit him with my Ember Lance, is what I'm gonna do.
Smart.
Let's go. Does that hit?
A 16 equals beats.
Excellent. Excellent. Why did I do that again?
She remembered my mappage till I 5. I don't understand what that means, but it's very good. 6 points of damage plus sneak, or you can save the
sneak.
Well, yeah, sneak does. There's no point in saving it for another attack. So 15
Fine.
plus you are raging, so it does do extra fire damage, does it not?
It does, I believe.
An extra 2 points of
Yes.
fire damage. So
Stunning.
So 17 points of mixed fire and slashing.
And I'm gonna use my multiple attack to hit him again.
Very nice. Do we?
Oh, that's gonna get you.
21 does.
Trish gonna give it to you.
For
10. And my offhand dagger attack is my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
A boom. 23. A boom.
Very nice.
9 damage.
Trish is on fire.
Trish is just still. Her eyes are like blood in her eyes. She's freaking out. She has just been silently pummeling this entire time.
Yeah.
No thoughts, only blood.
Yeah. Cool. He's gonna unarmed strike you back with his legendary action. He is actually not looking like he's enjoying this very much.
You better not be.
A 19 to hit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
12, 17, 20. Necrotic.
20 necrotic.
And
Is that a save or I'm going nuts? Is there a,
for the
is
unarmed
there a-
attack? No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm going.
It's
crazy.
a hit. I have to hit her, but I did.
No. I meant for the necrotic damage. I think I'm getting my wires crossed. Disregard.
Trish is unconscious now.
Oh, good.
There was also some slashing that you are not resistant to. So what happens, Trish? Trish's unconscious body is... Trish sort of... It's just been stabbing away as much as she can at Strahd, just riddling his torso with holes. And he draws one claw across her neck, opening the vein. and the blood starts pulsing in a very arterial manner. And Trish appears to black out. Hey, Rob the Bearded Dragon. Can I add a D4 to the AC?
Light, brother.
Samboy has bought a D4. I'm guessing it's for Trish and/or Irina. So we'll pop that up there. Good on you, champion. She may well still be able to use it, but let's find out. Cool. Esmeralda.
Great. Yep, that sounds like a great time to cut to me. Oh god, there's things I want to do, but everyone's too close to me. I know. Let's try this. Can I please try casting Scorching Wave? Oh no,
Scorching
Ray.
Yeah.
Yes. Of which I have 3, and I want 2 of them to go at one of the guys next to me, and the other one to go to the other one.
Very well.
So let me see if I can.
Presumably aiming the 2 at the guy who's already quite badly hurt.
Yeah, I ain't hitting shit. That was a 1.
I might even suggest you don't do that because it is a ranged spell attack, so you're at disadvantage.
Yeah.
If you have another fireball in you, that would be a far more useful use of your time.
I do not. I do, however, have a thunder wave that I can use. However, that will hit everyone within 15.
You can very much angle it in such a way that it only gets the 2 guys who are in front of you. Thunder wave. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a square originating from you. A 15-foot wide square. So in fact, you can cop not just the 2 dudes in front of you, but also the one the big owl dude attacking Selenox.
Sure, let's do that.
Very well. Thunderwave is a very useful spell. Do that.
Okay, that is con saves, please.
Hey, Skittles. Good to see you, mate. Con saves for the barbarians. That's a pair of not so greats and a third not so great.
Beautiful. They needed 16, so I don't think they got that.
Best I got was I think a 12. Yeah. No, 13.
Cool.
I got a 13.
So
Oof,
that is
13 points of damage. Cool. So takes him to 20. Takes him to 47. Still up. And he takes the other one to an even 30. Also still up. So, but they all also get blamped backwards 10 feet. Which is fun because that means they go over the edge and fall.
I didn't realize that. Right. Okay.
Those are raises in the ground. Those are raises in elevation. So they're going to fall, roll me a d6, and they will all take a falling damage as well, Esmeralda. Very nice.
Sweet.
Okie
Boom.
Well, that was shit. It was 1.
Oh no. Well, then they take an extra 1 point of damage.
Don't think that did anything.
Well, look, it didn't kill anybody.
They're further away from us.
They are further away from you. You specifically can now move in the opposite direction if you choose. Might not be the worst idea. So, yes, feel free to plonk Esmeralda wherever you like.
That is... Oh, no. Nope. Nope, I cannot.
Huh.
I can't move. Can you plonk me somewhere,
I
please?
can. Don't know why you can't move, stupid thing. Where would you like to be? Like inside the circle?
With the fiery remains of a statue? Probably
Yes.
not.
No? Okay. So, like, moving over here away from the guys? Away from the way in?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to see if I can drag anyone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Force them to
Yeah,
come
you
up
can
and
get that
me.
way. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Love it. Alrighty.
Can I bonus action help?
You certainly can. I give it to Irina because Cell is advantaged anyway.
That is very much what she's going to do. Squishy wizard.
It is Mitch Earnshaw in the chat. The big Viking has joined us, everybody. Hey, Mitchy Poo, how are you going, buddy? How is your lovely little boy? So, just sail the astral plane now. Yes. Actually, he's currently sailing. Nevermore just sails currently on the seas of the dead in the plane of death. At the moment, that's where he's sailing. The sun is glorious. I'm glad to hear it. All right, Irina. There's a dude up in your George Foreman as well. Yes, Jack?
Sorry. It might be worth checking your messages when you got a second, Josh, just as a thought.
Where am I looking?
Zoom, sorry. Because I know that you don't check. Because I know you're juggling.
Thank you.
Aw, glorious. That's a nice way to describe your son. Are you doing some singing over there, Mitch? Last time I played with Mitch. Oh, what was their name, Jack? The singing,
Thanks, Jack.
They sung all the time. It was great.
They sung? What
yeah,
are we
in the
talking
first
about?
episode that
You
we
mean
played.
him?
Him!
Mitch's other name. Mitch's other character, yeah. Yeah.
You will be inspired. Yeah, it was great.
yeah. It was great. That was actually a good, similar tone too.
It was great. Yeah, I've been saddened that we haven't had him back yet. But it was an awful lot of effort, as I recall, on Mitch's part to only sing. All right, Irina.
Irina is going to... She is gonna cast Vampiric Touch at level 4.
Nice.
Ooh. Big money. 25 does indeed hit. Who are you targeting? The one is more hurt than the other.
The one that is less hurt.
Okay.
Yep, and it's 46 boom.
12
damage
on
So I get-
the bottom one who is as yet unhurt.
Not anymore, baby. Let's go.
12 points of damage.
And I
Very
get
nice.
6 back. 6
Nice.
healed.
That is good.
That feels good.
Yep. Anything else?
If I try and run, I'll get an
Mitch.
opportunity attack, won't I?
Yeah, a little bit. Unless you have Misty Step.
I don't think I do. Oh, it's alright, but they'll get stellar bodied. So I might scooch back. I can't move her, but I'm gonna try and scooch back next to Selenox, just out of their range.
Okay.
And so be it
Right
if they
there.
try and come for me. Yes.
They are going to attack you, yes.
Fine.
Oh. Crit. And a 19 on the dice.
Well, shit!
So they're
That's not
gonna.
what I thought was gonna happen!
Did any of them have to move into my range to do that? Or
No,
were they already in
it's
my
opportunity attacks to.
Yeah, well, as they, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So all up, this is going to be a lot.
Oh my god, okay.
This is going to be because I just rolled an 11 and a 12 on the dice, plus the 12 from the crit, plus 2 6s, plus 6 more because of their strength. So
Jesus!
like 40.
Oh my god, I'm unconscious.
They are going to take the stellar bodies damage.
Yeah! Shit, I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, well, it is what it is.
They both passed the save.
Okay.
They both, and a 19 and a 20 on the dice to pass the saves. So Trish, Irina rather doesn't pull back. She gets knocked to the ground and passes out.
Super.
Good. Veriska is going to. Strahd actually calls out to her, and she is going to move over to him. as he holds the limp body of Trish. He says, "Come, my dear, I need to show you something you might find interesting." Is Selenox's turn?
Can I carry someone with me if I misty step?
No.
Yeah, okay. Didn't think so. Just
Sorry.
thought I'd check. All right, so I'm going to look at the guy who just took out Irina, and my eyes are going to turn gold again, and which I have been rolling for, my Hunter's Mark, which I'm still concentrating on because I have checked.
Thank you.
Is going to switch over to them.
Yep. You want what? They're basically both about as injured as each other. Not a lot.
Yeah. So the one that I saw take down Irina.
Sure. Let us say it is the nearer one to you, so you don't have to move.
Okay.
Unless you move and stand sort of straddling Irina, protecting her.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah. I will get to a position where I'm kind of like between.
So Irina
them.
is underneath Selenox, basically.
That's fine. Okay, cool. So that is. Oh, fuck you. My worst roll of the night. And I don't have any. 13 to hit.
$13 to hit. Sorry, yes. On a Berserker, does. And you do have advantage, remember, on the attacks.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
want to
sweet.
crit
Okay,
seek.
cool. Okay, so I'm going to go one more for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So
21 does,
which is just, okay, cool. So then my damage is
16.
16 plus Hunter's Mark 3,
D6.
so 19.
Very nice.
And then I'm going again, and we'll actually remember to do the advantage, because I have advantage on both of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, on both rolls. Yep.
Yeah.
So... Crit!
Hey! This is going to hurt. Alright, so an 8 plus... Well, yeah.
Alright, so
and
I'm just
you
gonna
also
roll
double up the Hunter's Mark as well.
Sweet.
This is good.
Fuck off.
So 4
So-
plus 14.
So 20. Isn't it?
4 plus...
16. 1d8 plus 8, 16. Plus 2
Yes.
plus 4.
Plus
20.
another 6 because you max the Hunter's Mark out as well before you reroll.
26.
So 26 is a very serviceable amount of damage. 35, 45, 55. He is still up, but looking very ropey.
And then...
Oh, hello. I thought it was a
and
midge,
then-
it's a spider.
Oh,
Not up my sleeve, please.
yeah, you
Out
tell
you
it.
come, little man.
If you're staying
doing?
so calm about this, I would be out the light.
He's very small.
Yeah, it doesn't
Hey,
matter.
hombre, how's
Crawling
it going?
on you.
I live in your sleeve now. Don't worry, we'll be best of friends.
Like, it was buzzing around my eye. I was like, it's just a midge, and grabbed it. Turns out it was not a midge. There you go.
Don't
Get
crush
off.
me, bro.
Forget. There you go. Well, you are attached to me by rope. Stop being attached to me by string. It's your fault.
There's
Okay,
attachment issues.
he does. He's now
She
hanging
asked me
out
about
on
my
thigh.
ex-girlfriends. It's a terrible story.
I'm actually...
This is why mental math is important, kids. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Just for D&D. I'm going to actually use my action surge as well.
Ooh. Good call.
boy.
Now is the time for it.
So I'm going to hit
2 more.
again. So 13 to hit.
Does indeed. You only need a 3 on the dice. It's so dumb.
And do I still get Hunter's Mark?
You still have
right,
advantage and
Yes,
Hunter's
sweet.
Mark.
Yeah, sweet. So 16 plus 2, so 18.
18. That is enough. He
Okay,
dies.
And I have one more attack here.
You do.
Can I attack the other guy, please?
You may.
Thank you. Oh, come on. I tried to do advantage and it didn't do it. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, that doesn't matter.
18.
24.
Or 24. Yes, does.
And 3 + 8, 11.
You did Hunter's Mark this round, so you can't move it again.
I can't move it, no.
Yeah. But yeah, very nice, 23.
And she's also going to call out as she's like wailing on these guys, like, Arena's down! Arena's down! Smoothie!
Yeah.
Because Smoothie is the healing one.
That is true. The Needle Blights. The Needle Blights are going to swarm Selenox.
If you didn't want to do something, you should have just told me. I've been asking every fucking time.
It may be slightly more complicated than that, but
We don't want to go to music class.
Oh no!
Yeah. We're going to be so badly behaved in music class.
We're not gonna go.
Inside joke for everyone else.
Yes. I'm reasonably confident that none of them hit you. An 18 to hit is the best. No. They just meh.
And I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
stop it. You
Stop
got
it.
I've got like
Stop
my
it.
hand on like twig heads, holding them out.
Keeping them back. That is them. So Soot is going to try and dive bomb one of them with his claws. He's used his breath attack, and I'm gonna say it doesn't recharge. So please make me roll me a d20. We will give him the same attack modifier as a Needle Blight, so a +3.
17.
Hey, he actually does hit. So let's roll a d4 for his damage, please. 4. Okay. He definitely hits Tinder. He is like, I'm having this one. No one attacks my buddy Selenox but me. That is the end of the round. Back to the top of the order. It is Strahd's turn. And Strahd says, observe, my dear. Lifts Trish to his mouth and takes one more deep draw. Then Trish, your eyes sort of flutter open very briefly. Then he pulls his hand back and says, spread my gift. And just flat palm straight to the sternum. And Trish vanishes. Trish, yes, you get banished.
Oof.
Cool. He then steps out of the radiant, the fucking dawn circle, which he is growing very tired of. Nods at Smoothie, says, well played. This was unpleasant. Next time. He then reaches out for Veriska, and the two of them flee. Turning into a swarm of bats and fluttering away into the night at around about the same speed Smoothie can fly. Because that's about how fast bats can fly. Jack, it is your turn.
Nice bait. It's good. Nah. It's not who he is. Were he another character, he was doing it, believe it or not, to try and help Trish, not to pick a fight. And he hears Selenox shout his name, and he whips around. And he is extremely far away.
He's about 150 feet away from Selenox and the top.
It was more than that. It was like 3 rounds worth. It was like 310 or something.
But from where you started, from where you started, you would be, as far as the map is concerned, you would be down here.
Hang on.
Or thereabouts.
Sorry, I've got
It
too
was
many
about
bloody
300
browsers.
feet, as I recall.
Yeah, it was a lot.
but-
It took me 3 fucking rounds to get there.
Yeah. But the others have moved south in that time as well, and
Have they?
in the similar. Yes, they did. Yeah, you all started at the very top of the map.
I
so the others
genuinely
have come
cannot see
about
my
100.
token anymore. Can someone
He's
do
in the bottom
do
corner.
Right. Okay. So I'm going by normal squares, am I?
Yeah, you are now on the map where you should be.
Uh-huh. And then it's another... Where is Irina?
Underneath Selenox, in the
Okay.
group of the.
So if I just go my movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I don't have a ruler in front of me, so I'll just have to count it manually. 5, 10, 15,
Yep,
20.
fair enough. Hey, Lost Archives, thank you very much for the raid, you bloody
5,
champions.
50, 55. I am just within 60 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, very nice.
So I will cast.
The healing word.
I'm gonna go for this because I think it would be appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to clutch his chest and say please, and if it's okay, I'm gonna roll these dice.
Oh, please do.
Because I want to roll a d100 and try and channel divinity. 10% chance. Let's see, and I'll take a picture and send it to Discord. Okay, no. Which he'll remember. He doesn't know it's a 10% chance. And he will instead cast mass healing word.
Ooh, okay.
So that
Everybody within
means
60
that
feet?
that's so everyone that I can reach, which is unfortunately not Esmeralda at this time. I think that's how
But
it works.
it is Selenox and Irina. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I'll cast it at level 3. So we're going to do that. That was my action. And I'm going to diddly do actually 4th level. Let's do no, we'll stick with 3rd level. So we're gonna cast it there, which means that Selenox and Irina get 7.
Yep, 7 points of feeling better. Irina, you
Yes.
are underneath the plumed backside of Selenox.
I mean, I'm wearing armor.
I think your tail's still
Freeballing
out.
over here. I'm like-
I don't yeah. Cool. Excellent. Lovely smoothie. Thank you very much. It is now the Berserkers' turn. There's only... Well, the 4 of them that are left can't really get to Irina and Selenox. One of them can actually just, but it feels a little unsporting. Plus... Esmeralda just did something very irritating to them, so all of them are going to dash. They do have to use their dash to get there, but they're going to surround, though.
Sorry, isn't one of them the Luma that I took out?
No, that's a raptor, and it's new.
Oh, okay, no.
Don't worry. You've killed 2 of the 4 of the 6 so far.
Oh, there were 6.
However,
Okay, nice.
most of them have taken a fair old whack of damage, including the 3 who are surrounding Esmeralda. Yep, cool. And Lost Archives, thank you very much for the raid, you frickin' legends. Let us have a bit of a shout out very quickly. Owen and the gang, how you guys going? Was it Strahd night? I believe it was. Shout out at the Lost Archives. Yeah, hope you had a great game. Thanks for joining us. We are also doing Strahd. This is the Battle of Yester Hill. The guys have already destroyed the statue of Strahd that may or may not contain the missing stone from the Wizard of Wine's winery. It may or may not be currently very much on fire. And Trish just kind of one-on-one with a fair amount of help against Strahd, and it went badly, but nowhere near as badly as Strahd thought it would. That is where we're at. The Berserkers, the remaining Berserker who is in threat with Selenox is going to, he's going to shoot a shot. Why not? That's a nat 20. That'll do. That was with a reckless attack, but he did it. For max damage, 27. I'm rolling a lot of 12s on this dice. So 27 damage to Selenox, and it's Esmeralda's turn. No, yes.
Did you hear me? I'm going to parry.
Oh, parry, I apologize. Yes. What does that do? Reduce the damage?
Yeah. So it is going to be reduced by...
A d8.
6.
Nice. Very well.
2. So, sorry, you said 28, didn't you? So 22?
21, because 27, I believe.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Is it 27?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it was 24 plus 3. Yes, 27. Cool. As there is 3 dudes. You are muted. Or just speaking very quietly.
Muted.
I love this for me. So Ez is surrounded, but she's gonna do some more thunder waving.
Yeah. You can only get 2 of them, but because of the way they are positioned, they were like, well, she did that once, let's not have that again. But you absolutely can do it to 2 of them.
I will definitely
would you like
do
to
that
know
again.
which one is the most hurt?
Yes, please.
The one directly in front of you is the most hurt. The one to the south of you is the least hurt.
Well, I might as well get those 2 then. Bring them down a bit. I only get 2 of them.
Very well. Thunderwave then. So the most hurt is the dark blue. Guts of 5. He is going to take the fall. However, the other one passes the save, so he's going to take half the damage.
Not be pushed.
And not be pushed. But the big one in front is going to get pushed. Roll them damage. 7. Oof. 4. And the other one takes 3.
Not a lot this time around.
No. And yes, Chappie in front of you gets blamped backwards. Pretty nice. Anything else? Irina is back awake.
That's nice. Help! All of the help to the squishy wizard.
All of the help to the squishy wizard. Speaking of Irina, the squishy wizard, it is her turn.
All right. Are there 3 of these things left or 4?
Of the berserkers, there are 4. One has been knocked backwards towards you. He is the most injured.
Okay. She's gonna... Her eyes flutter open and she's a bit confused. She'll sort of stagger back a few steps and then cast Magic Missile just at all 4 of them. So at level 2, just very panicked.
Okay.
So that is what she's gonna do.
So that is for the first one.
First one. All right.
Who is in order, going from left to right across the screen? The owl boy with the big axe takes 4. He is that
5. Yeah, 4.
He is the least injured of the 3 as was fighting. The next one is the middle one. Has taken that much. Roll. So another D4, please. So he takes 3. Very nice.
The next one gets 4.
4. Ooh.
And the last one gets 4 as well.
Also 4. Nice. None die, but one is very, very, very badly hurt.
Okay.
Strahd and Veriska are gone. It's Selenox's turn.
She's going to turn on the Berserker that's closest to her.
Yep.
And she's going to... Ooh.
Does Irina stand up?
Yes.
Okay. But stays where she is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, she's going to put her hand... She's still got her rapier in her hand. But she's going to put her hand... She's going to touch the staff.
Ooh,
And
yes.
she's going to turn towards the four blights that are left and say, "Stand down." I'm hoping I can do that as a bonus action.
Yep. I'll allow. Make a nature check.
It's getting worse. 5.
You did very well to control them as long as you did, to be honest.
All right. So they don't.
They
And
do
then I
not
turn
appear.
back.
They do not appear to be interested in doing what you say.
I'll deal with you in a minute, and then I attack the other, the Berserker.
Very well.
So, did the Berserker reckless attack on me?
He very much did.
Sweet. So first one is 29 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that does.
So, oh come on.
Do you?
9 points of damage.
So you don't use your bonus action to Hunter's Market? No. So 9.
No, because
Yep.
if I needed to use the bonus.
You did.
So I didn't. But I will on my second attack. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna do a disarming attack
Ooh.
for my second attack. So when I hit with a weapon attack, I'm using one superiority dice, and I get that extra damage. Plus, if it fails a strength saving throw, he loses his weapon. He drops his weapon.
Very well.
So that is 27
to hit does indeed.
So that is 14 plus.
Plus another D8.
I can't see it.
16.
Thank you. And then he has to do a strength saving check.
Strength saving throw.
Probably DC
fails.
is 17.
Yeah, he fails.
Okay, so he drops.
He does.
Disarms.
He
He's
drops his.
disarmed.
Yes. Cool. And then it's the needle blights, unless you have anything else you want to do. I mean, it's move. Alrighty. The needle blights. The needle blights are fixated on attacking Selenox. And so all 4 of them are going to try to. Your AC is 20, isn't it?
Yep.
Damn it. 2 15s. But nothing above that. And Soot. Soot's breath weapon does not recharge. Do you want to make that attack for Soot? He is going to have Tinder.
6.
No, he does not have Tinder this time. Very well.
Selenox is like, as the Blights are like trying to attack her, she's like, "We've had this conversation. You use words, not hands." Even though they
Very
don't
well.
have any words.
Yeah. Next up, I think we've been going for a little minute. Why don't we have a... we're getting there, but I think I want to have a short little breaklet. Just a pee break, if nothing else. We'll be back very shortly, everybody. And for Smoothie's turn. So, Jack, yes. On deck with the Berserkers directly after that, and then as if she's still awake. So we will be back very shortly, everybody. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Ahoy and good day, mateys. We'll be back for a little bit more Curse of Strahd. Yeah, some interesting shit happened. Everybody's fine, trust me. And it's Smoothie's turn. Smoothie, you're about 60 feet away from your good old buddies, and what are you going to do? Very quietly.
I'm trying to be less disruptive.
And I appreciate it.
How hurt is Esmeralda looking like without numbers? How we doing?
On a scale of 1 to very?
1 to very. Bloodied?
Not quite that bad, but still not
great.
Not as healthy as she'd like to be in this moment.
Right. Okay. Well, first of all, I'll get closer. 3, 4, 5, 6, shall we say?
The flying doctor comes along.
Okay. Okay, now these are the twig blights, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And these are the guys remaining that are, like, a problem.
Yes. I mean, the twig blights would be a problem to anybody other than Selenox.
Yeah, I'll let Selenox
made
deal
of
with her
steel.
kids. That's her business. I'm not going to co-parent.
Valid.
What is that? What's the word? What,
It
backseat
takes
parents?
a village.
Backseat parent. That's what I meant. Like, you know, like someone's like, oh, you know, you sure breastfeeding's painful. Thank you for your opinion. Yeah. Anyway, so how far away? I think I'm just gonna
not that bad.
nail
He's just
this.
above them.
I think I'm gonna just get this guy here with the remaining star I have.
Oh, sure.
Which I don't remember if that's a bonus action or not. Bear with me.
I think is action.
Yeah.
I don't want to bite Grammarly. Leave me be. Once per round, you may use your action to cause a star to streak towards the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, but it's not a new spell, so I'll probably do one and then another thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I will hit this guy, and I don't know if I need to hit him. I think he does need to make a save ahead of time, so if you just want to do that now, con save 17.
Or be blinded, yes.
Or he takes 48 worth of damage.
Con save. I think I got a 15.
Make a ranged attack, and he takes damage, so that's what
Yeah.
happens. So I will just roll a d20 because there's no actual modifier there. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Don't think he is blinded then.
13. Sorry, it's a 5. It was a 13 until the last second. 5 plus 8 is 13.
Is the number you need.
All right.
Ooh, so he is blinded. Okay.
So, well, he needs to make a con save.
No, I failed it.
Oh, he failed. Okay, so he takes, in addition to that,
So we're
19
48 first,
radiant.
because it might not be relevant.
19 radiant.
19 radiant. He was the least injured. He's not now. 19 would put him to... He is... Oh, he didn't like that. He did not like that. And he's blind.
Yes.
That's good.
And I will also cast Healing Word at first level again for Esmeralda as well.
Okay.
So that's another 7.
Cops another 7.
Thank
Nice.
you.
But he does it in a haze. He has just witnessed something extremely traumatic, and he is going through the motions, and his eyes are golf balls.
Yep. I imagine him wearing goggles for flying.
Sorry, golf balls.
Oh, golf balls. Yeah. Yeah.
Big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, behind the goggles, they are golf balls.
Okay. I was like,
They look
do I have it in my
even
head?
bigger.
Yeah. This is enormous. This is the
I'm Professor Trelawney.
yeah. I was thinking of the alien lady from Star Wars 7, which isn't really canon, but it's still fun. Cool. Alrighty. Then it's the Berserkers' turn. Let's see if Ez can survive this. One of them is blind. That's good, right? So he is not at advantage. He will recklessly, so he is just flat. And misses. There you go. Well, unless a 13 would hit.
Yep.
But I don't think so. No. Alrighty, then the other two, who are not disadvantaged, are still recklessly. A 20, filthy 20, and a 21.
Yeah, they hit.
So, but no special extras or anything. And I rolled rather subpar on the dice. A total of 9 plus 6, 15 points of slashing damage to Esmeralda.
That's not terrible. Thank God.
Worse things have happened. The final one, who is attacking Selenox, is going to keep trying. Gets a filthy 20. Or an 8, so the filthy 20 is what we'll be taking. That's a hit, yes? Yep. Or, boo. 4 slashing damage. Oh, I've been rolling so high, this is just things coming back the other way. I'm like, damn it, but still, fair enough. I've rolled 3 12s.
If you want to roll well playing Strahd, you don't want him to look like a Dumbo.
No.
So, yeah.
Oh, no, I've been rolling well for the barbarians. The last 5 or 6 times I've rolled the
Critting.
D12s, it's been a lot.
Critting.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Strahd never crit anybody. He just, yeah. Cool. That's them. Pretty sure. Yeah. Ez, you got 3 guys up in your George Foreman. And Gremlock Gremlin, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Sorry, yes.
Ez is getting really sick of this.
That's fair.
She is, because she can at this point, she's gonna Thunderwave
Boom.
again.
It's goblin time. It's a solid way to enter chat, Gremlock. Thank you. Thunder waving, which 2 are you going for? The same ones? Would be smart. I'll tell you for free.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do it. Alright, I'm going to make a couple of saves. Dark blue is for the one that's real badly hurt. He fails. He fails bad. A 15... No. Con save? Yeah, 15 is what the other one got. What do I need?
16.
Hey! 2 fails. Which means... Roll that damage, because I reckon you're about to kill 2 of them.
7.
Oof! Oh, you're only doing level 1. Okay. 7 is absolutely enough to kill one of them.
Yay!
That one dies. This one, not so much. The one Smoothie was... the one Smoothie shot in the back takes 7 points of damage. He is now very badly hurt. But he is still up.
Little Vegemite.
Yeah, he's a tough boy. And yeah. And yes. Cool. Anything else? With your bonus?
Guess I'll be helping Selenox, because, twigs.
Sure. Absolutely. There is an option to, if you wanted to, bonus action, help Pier? No, not Pier. Soot?
Actually, you know what? Yeah. Let's help.
Soot's actually had a meaningful impact on the fight so far.
Soot's doing all the good things, yes.
Yeah.
I also add that this is just something I read. All the way back when we started, Josh, I gave myself the Moonsicle +1.
Uh-huh.
As it turns out, when you cast a spell that restores hit points, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the amount of hit points restored. So, Esmeralda, as a bonus, you get another 1 hit point, as it turns out. Yep, it's just been there the whole time. We'll say it's the life sickle finally activating it properly.
Yeah. Oh, because you only just started doing it. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, and it's kind of not
it's
really under your control.
Guys.
Yeah, it's the tree helping. Oh, mate. The tree helping makes so much fucking sense for reasons that will become clear in about 2 seasons.
Great.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. All right, Esmeralda, you feel even healthier. Irina, do you feel healthy? Do you feel awake? Let's find out.
Just barely. Still a bit stunned and staggering. She's going to cast Magic Missile again, this time at 3rd level. So that's 5 missiles.
5 darts.
I'm going to send 2 at whoever looks the strongest and 1 for everyone else.
Uh-huh. There is actually... I mean, if you're talking about the Berserkers, there are 3 of them left. So if you've got 5 darts, you can send 2 at the 2 healthiest.
That's what I'm doing.
Very well.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, there is... Yeah, roll some damage. I will... so, yeah, the 2 who are fighting... the 2 who are fighting Esmeralda are the strongest and the weakest. So, a 2 and a 4. A 2 and a 4 and a 3. So, we will spread them in that order. So, 2 8s and a 4. So...
But they're all +1, so...
I have added the 1, yeah. It's 2 6s, and then you add +2 to those 2. The first 2 is 2 darts, so 2 and 4 +2, so 8.
Okay.
Then the second 2 + 4 +2 for the second 2 darts, and then the final 3 is actually a 5. I apologize. Cool. So... Yeah. And 5, yes. No, I was right. 4. Yeah. Cool. Yes. Thank you very much. Anything else? They are still up, I'm afraid. Still all awake. Cool. Then it's Selenox.
I'm going to turn towards the... Oh, no, wait. I've already cast Hunter's Mark on this guy.
You have not moved it to him.
No, okay, yeah, so I turn towards the guy, my eyes flash gold, ask him for it, and cast Hunter's... move my Hunter's Mark to him.
Very well.
I've been doing the thing, the concentration saves. He attacked me recklessly, correct?
He very much did indeed.
Ha-ha! Crit then!
Roll them bones, because it's fun to roll dice, but how do you do this? The raw damage alone will kill him.
So, Selenox, she, turns, and her eyes, flash yellow as her, Hunter's Mark switches to him. And then she comes in low in the stomach, and as she hits, she's like, "You should have stayed in bed today, mate."
Ooh.
And then pulls it out again as he falls to the ground.
And yes, trying to hold bits of his tummy in, he drops to the ground, having a very bad day. Selenox, there is 4 angry needle blights attacking you, but that's about all the threat there is left up against you. However, Esmeralda is dodging, diving, dipping, and dodging with a pair of the other guys over in the distance, about 35 feet away.
What is the statue looking like at the moment?
The statue is dead, gone, burned.
I know, but is it all gone?
It's on fire.
burning?
It is very much roaring. It's an inferno. It is starting to, it's only been 15 seconds or so, 20 odd seconds since it got set on fire, so it takes a little bit longer than that for a large wooden statue to collapse, but it will.
Is there a light coming from anywhere in it?
Make a perception check.
Nah. 6.
6, not that you can see. You turn your back to have a look, and you feel a bunch of needle blights like scrabbling at your back. It's really distracting.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Does it look like it's going to go soon? Like fully explode in flames soon?
Not explode in flames. It is already very much immolating. Like, it's Wicker Man at this point.
Okay. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I can get to them. Yeah, I count 30.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you can get to the lower one.
And I've got 1 attack left, I believe.
You do. So, obviously you're going to cop some opportunity attacks. I guess you're just not that worried about that. Well, let's see if they can prove you wrong. 1 hit.
Phew! She's going to literally be like, good job, mate!
It was Stick.
Keep trying!
It was Stick, and Stick got you for... minimum damage. 3 points of damage.
Yeah, so, like, but as it hits, Selenox is going to, like, really play it out. Like, oh! And then she keeps running to suck on the next guy.
Basically shoving Tinder out of the way to get past. Yeah. Make an attack.
18 to hit.
Does indeed.
11 damage.
11 damage. And this is, I want to say the healthiest. Because he did. Yeah. So 11 damage takes him to... He's not the healthiest now. Cool. Very badly hurt. Needle Blight's turn. Robbed of their prey somewhat. We've always been playing it fast and loose about whose turn is first, but I think Soot goes before the Needle Blight. So, can you roll with advantage an attack on Tinder by Soot?
$18
18.
plus whatever
Yep.
it is. So yeah.
I will roll the d4 just to make it fast. He gets max damage. 4 points on Tinder. Tinder is down to 2. Tinder is gonna shoot back. Tinder's had enough of this.
Stop it!
Tinder shoots back. Tinder gets a filthy 20 to shoot back at Soot. And he's going to throw a hail of needles at Soot, dealing 7 piercing damage, which knocks Soot from the sky. The little crumpled form of a smoke dragon lands next to Tinder's feet. Branch, Moss, and Stick, on the other hand, are going to fan out and shower Selenox with needles. This does, however, mean that one of them disengage or will move away from Irina without disengaging. Do you want to make an opportunity attack, Irina?
Might as well.
Could work.
Yeah, I'll lash out with my dagger.
Yeah.
Why not?
Not the Sunblade that you have?
It's not in my stuff yet.
Okay. A 12 wouldn't hit anyway, unfortunately. But
Okay.
that would be using your dexterity modifier rather than your intelligence. Your intelligence, if you're using the Sunblade, would hit. I don't know why it's not. I'll fix it later. So, yes. It would be a D8 plus your intelligence.
All right, why not? What a D8 for damage?
Yes.
Sweet.
Unless you deliberately wouldn't draw the Sunblade in a place you knew Strahd to have been recently. 4 plus 4, 8. On Branch.
I'm sure you just changed his name.
No?
Okay, sorry.
No, Branch, Tinder, Stick, and Moss. They were named before the combat started. So, 3 attacks on Selenox. Crit! There it is. They've rolled enough attacks. The other 2 miss. So, that is 12. Plus 4, plus 1. 17 points of piercing damage. Amusingly,
You guys are getting better! Good job!
That wasn't Stick.
Selenox hasn't noticed that Soot got taken down.
Very well. Back to the top. Smoothie.
Okay. Let me see where we're at. Wow, these guys are still up. Jesus Christ. Okay.
2 of them.
Yeah. I mean, let's just guiding bolt the more hurt of the 2, whichever that is.
They are both exceptionally badly injured.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one you hit before is the less injured.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, sorry, I was just thinking what he would normally do, but this is a different situation than normal. So yeah, just a guiding bolt at first level, I think.
Very well.
Against the more hurt one.
Okay.
That'll hit, I assume. 26?
Yes, it will. Yes.
14.
14 against the more hit. Against the more hurt. How do you do this? And what does it look like?
I imagine that for the most part, the kills look more like kind of like lightsaber kind of kills rather than anything particularly gory or things like that. This is an exception because he's not paying attention. It's not quick, it's not clean. He's like just kind of going through the motions, and the thing's head through like this it's not a huge beam, it's like this tiny little golden beam just, and the head explodes. And he just doesn't quite know what he's done. He's just doing it. It's no different. They're dead either way. It's just there's a definite difference in, like, he's not as controlled as he normally is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It dies. That was almost exactly the amount of damage it needed to die as well. So good call. Anything else? There is still lightning striking the ring of stone, so were you to fly over it, you would risk copping that, just as an FYI.
I'm not planning to move. No. I think everyone's looking relatively stable now. Hang on, let me just make sure. Except Soot. Okay, well, he can have a level 1 healing word, sure.
He can't if you cast Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, right. Yep, then no.
Very well.
He can die.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
He's unconscious.
I can't help him.
He's okay. He's fine. He's not that fine. Okay, very well. Ez. Oh, sorry. No, the Berserker. The remaining Berserker, who has not finished with Esmeralda yet. He's trying. He's kind of spoiled for choice. He is going to move around to Selenox, like, sidle up to her. But in order to, like, he's actually trying to piss her off by attacking Esmeralda. Does a... No, it doesn't. He misses. A 13. Nope. But it's more sort of a passing swipe as he goes to stand up next to Selenox, like, yeah, bring it! But he's not even using words. It's just a roar of anger. And it's actually Esmeralda's turn.
Cool. It's stabby time.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
He recklessly attacked you, so you have advantage.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 and a 7 on the dice.
So that was a 14.
14 is enough to hit him.
Fantastic.
Or you can roll again if you're looking for a crit.
Can I roll the damage again?
See if you can crit him, because we'll keep that damage regardless, but...
Okay. I don't think I can, but... Yeah, no.
Do we? No. All right, never mind. Well, the other would have been a miss. So there we go. Yeah, he takes 5 points of damage. Which he's like, ow, but... He's really... you probably hit him because he's like, no, I'm really waiting to be hit by this woman. That's going to hurt. Then this one stabs him. He's like, ow, all right, yes, in a minute. Irina. Ez, do you have anything else?
Help to Selenox.
Help to Selenox, Irina. There's a whole bunch of twig boys who are ignoring you in favor of raining pain down on Selenox.
I mean, raining pain is like maybe a slight overstatement.
Hey, 17 points of damage is nothing to sneer at. It would have killed Trish, as Irina.
I'm probably quite close to where Soot went down, aren't I?
Yeah, reasonably. Yeah, you could get there without leaving threat with anybody. Let's put it that way.
All right, I'm gonna go over to Soot and crouch down next to him and say, "Come on, little creature, don't die," and try and medicine check CPR this little dragon thing.
I will allow you to use Arcana instead of medicine.
Excellent.
Because this is a creature that...
Probably read
you
about
only
it
have
in
a
a book
+2?
somewhere.
That's because you're rolling for Trish, not Irina,
whoops.
but yeah. It's probably better than
Okay.
15, but 15 is very good. 15 is enough. I was like, she's only got a +2, doesn't she? No, alright. Yeah, it's probably more
Shall I
like
roll again?
21. 21
Yeah,
is more than sufficient. No, you get a 16. There you go. No, that's what happens when you go looking for extras. Very well. 16. Yeah, you... his breathing stabilizes. He doesn't wake up, but his breathing sort of... It was pretty ragged. This thing is barely even corporeal. About half of it's like talking to a ghost. About half of him, his wings and his tail, are almost mist, essentially like a smoky mist. It's only his body and his maybe the front claws and face that are actually corporeal enough to interact with, unless he chooses to sort of solidify. But currently, he's not really in control of his form. But yes, the wispy nature of him does sort of solidify a little bit as it's very much, it's a magical kind of, you're almost feeding him a little bit of magic to solidify him, to stabilize him. But yeah, you do. Anything else? You happy?
That'd be my action, so no.
Very well. Okay. Selenox. How does this guy die? You have advantage.
With a frown on his face.
Let's find out.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I need to roll?
Oh, you will need to. Do you want to move your hunter's mark out of curiosity?
No, I want something else for my bonus section.
Okay.
So 13.
13 is exactly the number you needed.
Yes,
he expires. How do you do it?
Selenox is like, no one likes to show off, and then just clean swipe across the top, head, boom.
Very well. The twig blights are the only enemies still up.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So then Selenox is going to put away her rapier and get out her fucking staff and be like, I told you all to stand the fuck down.
As a bonus?
Yeah.
Very well. Make a nature check.
16.
There it is. They go rigid at the sight of the staff in your hand, and move away from Irina and from the rest of you as well. They pick up the remains of the one that was destroyed, Branch, I think it was, and then they walk, carrying it 2 on either side, around the circle of stones, unless anybody moves to stop them. Very well. Then combat is over.
Yeah, cool. Selenox is then going to run over to where she has now noticed soot in Irina's arms.
Very well. I'm gonna.
Is he all right? What?
He's breathing, but he's not moving.
I'll cast Healing Word.
His eyes flutter open. Jack, it's been so long. How does it look when Healing Word is cast?
I don't think we've established Healing Word, so that's a good question. My instinct, I don't know why, it's not particularly showy, but none of this stuff particularly is, unless it's like a nuclear bomb. So the first thought I had is that he just instinctually breathes in, and when he exhales, if he wills it, they exhale at the same time. It's like a rhythm.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden their stuff just gets knotted back together a little bit, like an EMT of sorts, just kind of but rather than rapid, it's quite measured, like and so yeah, in his case probably smoke coming out kind of it. So
very well. Soot's eyes flutter open and it coughs, and little cloud of ash comes out of his mouth. Soot!
Oh, you did so well, Soot. So well. I'm so sorry, mate. I shouldn't have asked you to do that. You did. Do you want some flames? And Selenox is gonna pick up Soot, and then like go towards the burning thing.
Yeah. Soot perks up and then looks over his shoulder, over your shoulder, at Twig, the crumpled remains of Twig on the ground, and says, Soot.
Yeah. I'm gonna look after him too, buddy. But yeah, you eat if you want to. And
he
then
weakly flutters his wings. You have to carry him quite close, but he weakly flutters his wings and swoops into the inferno that the statue of Strahd has become. It's actually difficult to get within 15 feet of it because the flames are so hot.
I'm sure that's fine.
Nothing bad could happen. It's fine.
So if you see a bright green thing in there, let me know. But maybe don't touch it yet. And then Selenox is going to go back to Twig. I don't know.
You go over to Twig.
I think I'd be there, kind of kneeling in front of it, kind of having a look. If Ro is like, if Selenox is over by the fire, I might have a look at Twig.
This is very much a pile of sticks. You can just about tell which bits made up the face, but it was kind of an animating force holding a pile of twigs together to look like
animating.
A being. Yeah. Rather than a being in its own right.
I will try mending it. I don't think it's gonna wake him up necessarily. I assume Smoothie assumes that Selenox might have something for that, but he can sort of at least get the pieces kind of together.
Yeah. You mend the form back into a rough facsimile of what it's supposed to look like. Though, much like an IKEA kit, you have a few bits left over. This is Esmeralda, what do you do now that you're surrounded by the corpses of dead barbarians?
Trample them. No. She's probably going to walk over to where everyone else is quite gingerly and slowly.
Yeah. And Irina?
So I remember from last session, I got the sense that the stone is in the statue, so I know it's in there somewhere. Can I sort of sense the location more specifically?
If you go closer, yes. You go to about as close as you can get without being physically injured.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
Make an Arcana check, please.
23.
It is roughly where the center torso. Imagine Iron Man, that glowy bit.
I'm going to try and use Mage Hand to grab it.
I've always ruled that you don't get any haptic feedback from Mage Hand, so you can tell it to go somewhere, but if it's groping around for something you can't see, it will. You have a good idea of where it is, but you can't see it. So the Mage Hand goes in and starts groping around for it. And after about 15 seconds or so, you manage to find something inside that you pull out. And wrapped around this glowing amber stone is the blackened form of a little dragon.
Oh, for fuck's sake! God damn it, I told you not to touch it!
He looks a lot better.
Oh, good.
He looks a lot more solid. As your Mage Hand floats the stone back to you, the stone itself is about the size of an ostrich egg, or probably a strig egg, actually, come to think of it. I feel like strigs will be born from eggs. All bird folk. You float this thing back to you, and as it gets back to you, Soot, it would seem Soot is asleep, wrapped around it, kind of, just like a dragon hoarding something, but not in an aggressive way. And you pluck it out of the air if you choose to.
I'm probably going to put it on the floor gently because I'm imagining it's still hot.
No heat radiates from it. If it gets close enough to you, you can sort of gingerly feel it close, the way you would a pan if it was like, is this still hot? It's not. It's not hot at all.
Right. All right. Oh, we should probably leave. I don't like it here. Yes? Or did we want to watch the bonfire? I don't want to stay.
If it looks like there's nothing else to be done with Twig, sorry, I was distracted for a second. Did Twig get sorted?
I will come back to Selenox now.
Okay.
Selenox, anything? After you threw one of your friends in the fire, do you come back to Twig?
Yeah, he likes flames.
I'm just saying it because it's funny, not because it's bad for him. He's feeling much better already.
I feel like you're just killing all my small friends today.
I have. It's not a feel about it.
Okay. I'm gonna come over with the staff and hold it next to him and say, "Wake up."
Ooh. Let me just check a thing, because you are using the Gulithas staff. Okay, alright. Spongy, makes you uncomfortable with the staffers. 10 charges. Ah! Alright. Do you have any spell slots left?
Nah.
You feel the staff tremble in your hand as the magic it contains, which you can feel, you know how, like you intrinsically know how much like latent magic it contains at any one time, drains from it and pulses through the ground like root systems, like mycelium strands of interlinked mushrooms. You can perceive this dark green energy flow towards Twig, and from within the chest of this body that Smoothie is sort of semi-reconstructed, a a sprout of green life, a green, like, seedling, bursts from the ground. It is tiny, no longer than a finger, no longer than one of your many, many fingers, but it does resemble Twig. The pose is in a sleeping. It's sort of like it's holding its arms into its side and its head is down.
All right. You're going to be okay, buddy. Pick him up. I'm going to find a nice place for him to snuggle in. And
it is essentially not a pot plant exactly, more a branch or a small log that has something growing out of it. So what you are carrying is a log about yay long. Yeah. Yes.
I'm imagining, like, from the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like the little guy in that.
I haven't seen it. I very purposefully didn't. Cute though.
He is cute.
If only I was home, I have one.
Very well. Then, yes. Twig is sort of alive. Soot is sleeping, but very much alive. Arguably more so than he was before. The statue begins to crumble as the group reconvene around Selenox. And you head away. The lightning, one final blast, strikes down and strikes the statue, blasting it, shattering it, and the burning remnants scatter around the inner circle, but none escape.
I very much think we should leave, but where's the other one?
Smoothie is already... If that's all done and that's all he can do, he is floating, almost kind of like, imagine like in filmmaking there's a trick where you can kind of put like a gurney or a skateboard under someone and they're just kind of floating through I kind of imagine it sort of like that, except he's actually floating. He's just kind of in a trance as he goes back to where what he saw happen to Trish, which is important to note because she's gone, correct? Right. So he'll head back for that, and he's just kind of Not quite there.
The term is dollying. You put something on a dolly to shift it. And
I think there's a different term when you put it under someone, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, doesn't matter.
it's I
Smoothie?
promise it's dollying, I think.
Where are you?
Smoothie is
I'm gonna follow
sliding.
Smoothie.
Yep. Selenox follows Smoothie as Irina. This so Smoothie is floating, but it is going down a hill. So the others would have to either scramble down the rocky slopes, because it's sort of a terraced hill. So go around or scramble.
I'm gonna glide.
Or you can glide, of course, as can Irina. Esmeralda, do you... I mean, you've got a standing leap. You could easily jump relatively...
I could if I wasn't feeling like ish. So yeah, no, she's gonna need to gingerly walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Esmeralda takes 2 or 3 times longer than everybody else to get there, but they all follow.
I'm gonna, as we're flying down, because I don't know what we're going to, as we're gliding down, and I'm a little bit nervy, I'm gonna use second wind. So I kind of just am literally patch as I'm flying, just patching a couple of bleeding things as I'm gliding down.
Very well. Yeah, you perk yourself back up, and Smoothie heads down the hill.
Yep. I go to the spot, which I assume is covered in blood.
There's a fair amount. Does Irina keep pace, or is she walking like Ez?
I'm walking with theirs.
Okay.
I'm
So
hanging back
Selenox
a little bit.
Selenox and Smoothie get there way ahead of the other two. Then you have probably a minute to chat.
Okay.
What happened, kid?
I don't know. She was there. And then he bit her. He tore it out. And then he pushed her. And she was gone.
Is there a ledge or something near us? Do I see when he
A
says
softly
he pushed
sloping
her,
hill.
does it look like a...
No
went-
way to easily not see our body.
She went down the...
No, I don't know where she went.
All right. When she was gone, did you see a light? Did you see a...
Josh question. What did I see?
I don't think it was flashy. I think it was a little rushed. I think it was just like a pop of displacing air, the crack of a pressure wave, but nothing.
I think he was probably
visual.
paying more attention to the chunk of Trish flesh being torn out of her neck, to be honest. So
Yeah. Smoothie.
Was she...
I don't know if... I think Smoothie's recollection of this is exceptionally vivid.
Sure.
I don't know necessarily if his medical ability is particularly good, but Strahd did not break her. He didn't tear her throat out. He bit her. The slice was to get more blood, not to... He didn't rip the whole throat out. It was draining, not...
Right. My mistake. Yeah. Either way, that's what he remembers. So.
Sure.
Not the way I described that was a mistake,
Yeah.
but as in like he was focused more on the violence.
I don't think I
rather than...
particularly described it, so yeah, no, it's fair.
No, that's me. That's me doing a leap for no reason.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Well, so Trish, were her eyes open when did she look?
I don't know, Josh.
No, they weren't. Or if they were, it'd be like the slack eyes of a body.
Okay. I'm going to attempt here, just kind of keep things moving, I think, to kind of just do an insight check of sorts to see what he can pass from this. And pretty good, 26. Okay,
he
so...
said the words, go and spread my gift.
Okay.
Solid inference there being wherever he has sent her is to do
She's
his
someone's
bidding.
problem. Yeah. Okay. He will just kind of stare, hear the others catching up, and say, it's hard. He's in the middle of the moment. I think he would probably simply say, I don't think she's dead.
Right.
But he will add, it may be worse.
Right. Irina, can you do your magic shit to work out where someone's gone through?
Irina and Ez are getting there around about this time, so yeah, Irina, without knowing exactly what's just gone on, but a fair inference would be a large amount of blood was shed where you are looking. Irina could have a try.
Strahd, push Trish somewhere. What? But it's obviously magical. What? Where did she go?
Could I do? I guess. I
You
don't
can
have
do
any
an Arcana
spells to
check
say
too.
what happened here.
Yeah. You can do an Arcana check to try and figure that out. Yeah.
Great. Oh.
Not really your area. The spell from your studies sounds like there are a few different spells that would do this. He might have cast an arcane gate or a teleport or something. This being's, in your knowledge of this being, is that his powers are pretty much unlimited in his home plane. If anything, what you know of him might even be slightly exaggerated, though you wouldn't know that. There are any number of things that could have happened.
There are spells which can put a person in another plane or to another location, but I couldn't say where or for what reason.
He said, spread my gift. Are there any other places apart from here in the wood that have people like us, things that a vampire could feed on?
That is actually more of an Esmeralda question, or Selenox. Probably an Esmeralda question, to be honest. An Arcana check from Esmeralda if she wants to butt in.
Sure thing.
Like, Irina is welcome to make a history check, but it would be history, not Arcana, because she's never left Barovia.
That was a 14.
14. Ez, I don't know how much Ez would know of the elemental planes. It's not really her speciality, but there are absolutely mortal creatures living on them. Every single plane has, at least, with the possible exception of the plane of death, some mortal inhabitants, which a vampire could, in theory, feed on. The plane of death would be not a bad place to send a vampire, but given what you would guess of Strahd as, and how he likes to torment people, you'd guess, a solid guess would be he'd be sending her back home.
Well, I would assume there is a lot more places like this one, but probably, given how sadistic that man is, he's probably sent her home.
I'm already sending a message to Cash, and I'm like kind of move away to kind of do that for a second. Yeah.
Right. Out of curiosity, what do you say? Karen is not fit to respond, but...
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, I'm not expecting a response straight away. I reckon if it's okay, I might write it out specifically and give these guys a chance, because I've been talking a lot, so I'll let them have a moment. Yeah.
What about that thing where you find where people are? You can do that, can't you, Ez?
Scrying. Smoothie can.
Yeah, that one.
I cannot. That is not my specialty.
All right, well, Smoothie can, but can you do it when they're in another plane? Or is it, Right, all right, so can you find her? Find her. Just find her. Then we'll find her, and it'll be great. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to sort it out.
I cannot do it till tomorrow, though, but continue talking.
All right. Yep, find her, and Soot's fine, and Twig got a makeover. You look great, mate.
Twig got pruned.
Yeah, maybe he's like a rose bush. You got to prune the shit out of those ones so they bring better flowers for you. Oh, this has been a fucking day.
Irina, the stone that you have is absolutely brimming with life magic. I don't think you've interacted with either of the other two, so you wouldn't know exactly what it is, but this thing is, with the possible exception of the Sun Sword, the most deeply magical thing you've ever seen. Does anybody have anything they want to do, or other than Smoothie's making a sending to Cash, do you head back the way you came?
We should probably drop that stone at the winery. They'll let us stay for dinner, I'm sure. I guess when we came down this way, we didn't know if any of us would come back, so... I guess... 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Okay. I have the message. It's literally 25 words. I'm pretty impressed.
Nice.
Yeah. Cash, put the word out. Trish might be in your neck of the woods. Stay away. She is Strahd's puppet. Be careful. Keep eyes out.
Okay. And, I think we may leave it there. With one exception. Trish, your eyes flutter open. The light streaming through the canopy above you hurts to look at. But the pain is kind of welcome. Because you have to be alive to feel pain. There is bird song, and it is loud. It's like every sense you have is heightened. You are lying on your back in a mossy glade, your fire blade by your side. And next to you, kind of poking you in the shoulder, is a little raccoon. Your neck hurts. But your mind appears to be your own. And I think we'll leave it there. There you have it. Alrighty. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, everybody. What we are going to do now is what we like to do at the end of our streams, our favorite moments, something I've stolen unapologetically from the dreaded GM, where we go around the table and tell each other what a good session we all had. Can I get a D5 in chat, please, to work out who goes first? Bishop Blood, redeemed name and NPC. Penelope Peony. Penny Peony. That's hard, man. Penelope
Peony, I think.
Penelope. Yeah. Penelope. That is hard. My mum's name is Penelope. The female hedge. That's a lovely name. Good pick. Well done. I like it. And that is a 2. Penelope. Yeah. Penelope. It's just going to take a little minute for my tongue to get around that one. That's a 2. That is Rachel. Favorite Rach moments. First of all, everybody.
I really liked Irina with the stars. When you first cast the stars, your description of that, but also Rachel's joy at it. Josh was like, "Tell us what it is." And you went,
No.
I'm gonna. Yeah, sorry, I enjoyed that. I'm gonna get you.
Fair enough. I really enjoyed maintaining the split between Irina and Trish. It must have been fucking difficult, and Irina not knowing, remembering that Irina didn't know, and wasn't aware, and played that really, really well. And not giving in to the temptation to play your other character, reacting to the fullest to it, was very cool. I really liked, your restraint with the way you played Irina.
The choice to stick to Silent Rage was an interesting one. Like it wasn't performative. It was, I hate your face. It was deep. It was deep rage, which is often quiet, to be honest, in my experience. So yeah, that was cool to see. Yeah.
I enjoyed the very real reaction to Irina dropping and then getting back up, and my brain just keeps going, I get knocked down. I get back up the whole time. But no, just that very real reaction of, oh shit. I shouldn't have done that. And then just being able to recover from that and then do a significant amount of damage back. Like, that was awesome.
It was a calculated move, and it backfired very badly, but that was just bad luck. I rolled very well on my attacks against the squishy ones, and not so great on the attacks against the not squishy ones. We've been raided again. Let's roll for dragons. Thank you very much for the raided bloody champions. Guys, it's a pleasure to have you. Favorite raider modes up in chat. What have you guys been doing? Shout out at Let's Roll for Dragons. What were they doing? They were doing a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. Well, tell us about it, you bloody champions. How did it go? Gravity Fiend. There was a bad dragon. There was a dragon. Everybody seems to be saying lots about dragons. We had a dragon as well, but ours was very, very small. The smallest being. Lots of the rings one-shot. Ooh, interesting. It's gone now. The dragon's gone now. I'm glad to hear it. Well, this is Corsair's Cove. Thank you for joining us. We have just finished an episode of Curse of Strahd. We are doing Strahd does Humblewood, or Humblewood does Strahd. Both of them are doing each other, and it's not a great time for either of them. We just had sort of maybe a TP, a little bit of a player death, but actually more just a player transposition. Character transposition. And we're now doing our favourite moments, which is we basically flatter each other at the end of the session. Oh no! Yeah, look, they'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's just a vampire now. It's okay.
she'll be fine. Her victims might not be.
Hey, look. She's so used to being cursed.
It's true. There you go. Back to normal. Back to the normal state.
Yeah. Rach, how
you were like
favorite...
uncursed for one day.
Yeah. Rach, favorite self.
One day without being cursed.
I guess I liked the just blind pummeling type of attack, because like it wasn't efficient. I've got stuff I wasn't doing. I didn't do expeditious retreat. I probably could have done a lot better against him if I had, but
no, you were
she was just blind with it. Well, yeah, but
no, I know what you mean. You
anyway,
were
it
you
was
were playing suboptimally, but no, it was totally in character. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. And yes, she still has chat. Cool. D4 in chat, please.
Can we demonstrate how that works for new radio people?
Exclamation mark roll space, the number 4. Like that. Thank you, Bishop. That's a 2. That's Jack. Favorite smoothie moments. Speaking of... going from the first 3 rounds of combat, not just doing running, to okay, let's demonstrate. Or here's all the radiant damage I know. That was the dawn. I was like, oh fuck, this is okay. This is gonna cost me. No.
Yep.
Sorry, I missed. Were you talking about the sickle and the tree? No? So that was my favorite. No. I liked that. No, okay, sorry. Poor Charlie just threw up behind me.
Oh no,
like, oh no, puppy. So I got very distracted. But I really enjoyed the dawn, when you cast dawn, the way you described it as like the sickle kind of taking over, and I don't know the whole story of the sickle. I think you got it was that something to do with when you were in the wood and the So I liked that. Like I liked the way you played that, where it it kind of guided you and you did, and that was cool. There was another one as well, but oh wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Tank Hunter, you bloody champion. Good to see you, mate. And thanks for those biddies, mate. Yes. Other favourite smoothie moments? Casting Mending, says Bishop Blood. Mending to fix the tree blight. That was cute. Twig blight, not tree blight. Very different. You also averted a tree blight. Sorry, Rach?
The stunned return to the battle after you see what happens, after what Strahd did, just being able to do it on autopilot, it was like distinctly different, but it was interesting.
It was kind of robotic and a bit scary. This was like, this is Smoothie without the guardrails. This is Smoothie without the training wheels. He's just like, nope, fuck all of this. Smoothie goes God mode, and it was a bit scary. Bramble Blights. I like that. Ellie?
Yes. I liked that as we were going along, we were learning slowly just little bits more about kind of what had happened to Smoothie while he was in the woods. So we're just like, oh yeah, and the sickle. By the way, you just get extra healing. What? Since when?
Since forever, as it turns out.
Because I never fucking read it properly.
So like,
that was now.
I love that sort of like the extra bits as we're going along. Like
it was totally deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great
cut it out of the VOD, Josh. No one has to know.
Yeah. I might
I
might do that because it's completely narratively sensible the way it has worked out. Favorite self, good sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Bishop Blood. Yeah, trying to talk to Titan on and it going well.
Oh, that was crushing.
Yeah, I was expecting it. He wasn't, because he doesn't know what the percentage is.
He doesn't know how it works, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's feeling like Titan's just ignoring him.
Well, it's not inaccurate. So that was fun to play as well. I think it was interesting. I was trying. I felt, to be honest, when I was in that scene, I'm like, I've kind of been here before. He's been traumatized and had this moment of like, quietly going, like before, and I was kind of bored by it. So it was me trying to skip it along a little bit. But what I found in the moment was that I'm like, actually, this is kind of more interesting if I lean into that anyway, because what I think probably happened, and I'm kind of working backwards, is what Strahd has done is that he's sort of snapped that part of his brain where like he's taken away Helvig and now he's taken away Trish. Now, if anything happens to Selenox, that's a whole different story. But apart from her, these are two getting to know them, but sort of newish people. And he's just kind of he's compartmentalizing in a way that is very interesting to watch, because I'm just like, okay, let's lean into this, I guess, because to me, it felt almost unnatural that he went straight into the sending. I'm like, but not if he's just like, okay, this has happened. There's literally nothing I can do about it. So let's get back into professional mode. And it's probably a more significant moment for the character than I gave it credit for in the moment. Just like, okay, so this is what a soldier's like almost. Like, just like, okay, well, Billy's dead. And we gotta, I don't want to be dead too. So I got to keep moving. And things need to be done. And the trade-off, of course, is that, as some of you may know, a lot of you may know, when combat soldiers come back from war, that shit don't go away. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, that's long-winded way of saying I think that moment where I wrote trying to be professional was quite interesting in the moment.
Yeah. Bishop Blood says Helvig wasn't that long ago either. I mean, like in real world terms, no, it wasn't. It was about 3 weeks. But still, yeah, it was under a month ago. And these are the two he brought with him. Sel was already here. Ez was already here.
Yeah. And he could blame himself for that and all that stuff, right? But like at the end of the day, one, we've seen that scene before, so let's not be boring. Two, it doesn't make sense for the character either. It's just like, okay, cool. And it might mean he's more brutal or something. I have no fucking idea. We'll find out. We'll see.
Alrighty. Well, then we need a D3, please. Exclamation mark, roll space, the number 3 to choose between me, Esmeralda, and Selenox. Heroes of Humblewood gone. They're not gone, they just went home. They're all still alive.
They're not here.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, they're all in Humblewood, actually, with one exception.
Might as well be fucking dead.
That's a 3. That's Selenox. Yeah, they're not going to be able to be useful in the foreseeable. That is a favorite romance, everybody. Favorite Ro.
Yeah.
Ro, do you need to, out of mild curiosity, like, we'll flatter you, but then after that, do you need to go and parent your dog? Is he okay?
The poor thing's been really unwell for a few weeks now.
Baby.
Stressful. But he is on the mend, but
Okay.
just every now and then. He's currently avoiding me because he knows he just vomited, so I might
I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah, like he's like, oh no, are you gonna try and give me more tablets?
I hate
I'm gonna go and hide under the bed.
Maybe
Come back and
vomit
get
some
a
more.
snuggle in a minute.
Yeah. Alrighty.
The soot concern was very cute. I had another one, but yeah, the concern for soot. I also want to make a point that I didn't realize he was unconscious when I made those comments about I guess he can die. I probably wouldn't have said that if I didn't know. Like, I also probably would have healed him first if I'd known it was that dire, but I didn't. But it sort of makes sense in retrospect. So I just want to apologize to all the soot lovers out there. Not my intention. But yeah, the concern for soot was great. And just like, oh, come on, do you like fire? And, you know.
Baby in the fire.
Yeah.
Bishop Blood says, pretending to be hurt more than you were. Yes. Bigging up the Blights even when they were actively attacking you. And there are so many good ones. I'm going to build on what Bishop Blood said and say, choosing to not notice that one of them had shot down Soot just prior to them hitting you in the back. And going like, yeah, there you go, guys, you're on it. That's doing better. Good job. Woohoo! Was a really cool, interesting. Again, you have a lovely talent for finding the little comedy in the oh shit, this is fucking dark. And that was very funny. It lightened the scene and it needed it. So thank you for that. That was great. Rach, Ellie?
I enjoyed the rebirth of Twig. that was fantastic. I love that decision. Wake up? Yes. And then just
it was like a question.
On the long walk.
Up?
Maybe? I don't know how magic works.
I liked the panicked calling out to Smoothie when you needed the help with healing when we were starting to flag. That was a good moment. I liked that.
Yeah. Favorite self?
It wasn't really but I think it was probably pretty amusing to watch the many facial expressions of Ro when I thought I'd killed Soot again.
No.
I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, this isn't. Oh wait, this maybe isn't. And then when you brought the thing out and said that it's, oh yeah, I died a lot actually. So there. So
little dragon
it was more of a
he's not dead, right?
But I did,
No, he likes fire. Don't worry, he's all good. Alrighty. Then we need a D2, please. And remember, if I go last, I don't have to go. So that's So an exclamation mark, roll space the number. No, it's always been that way. I remember this specifically. Exclamation mark, roll space the number 2. Ah, sound boy. Why do you have to go and spoil it? Well, no, I didn't go last, so I have to do the thing. All right, then be flattering to me.
Needlessly killing pets was what I wrote. I just thought it was funny.
all of them,
like
so much.
It doesn't hurt that like you clearly had it in your back pocket that you're like, okay, they can probably regenerate in some way, but like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you took any glee in it, but you weren't holding back either. You're just they're in the way.
I did hold back a little bit on killing Soot, but eventually Soot was too much of a problem for the others to deal with. Yeah. They were like, okay, he's going to kill one of us, and we should stop that. Like, fuck off. Yeah. No, thank you. It's all the heartstrings.
The final note.
What?
Before we finish. Just that Trish opens her eyes and it's like, give us more. Give us more. Why are we finishing here? No.
It's how you know it's going well, but it is fucking annoying. You're just like, damn it! Fuck!
Cliffhanger.
I liked the line "spread my gift" just because, like, before now I was like, oh, he's content ruling Barovia. That's his. But the idea of him wanting more, the idea of him trying to conquer more territory is absolutely terrifying. So thanks for that.
We have that in us now.
Mm-hmm. Not forgetting Chet. Thank you, Bishop Blood. Yes. No, I couldn't forget Chet. Got to send Trish a little buddy.
I enjoyed the Twig funeral march.
Yeah.
For Branch, I think it was.
No, Branch is still alive. I apologize. It wasn't Branch. It must have been
Kindle.
Kindle.
It was
yes,
Kindling.
It was Kindle. Yeah.
So they I enjoyed them backing down and then carrying their fallen away. I thought that was...
So, where you guys are now, you can see at the far end of the little hillock, there is a little grove of trees, and in the center there is a large and very dead-looking one. That is where they went.
Aww. Well, I'm not reviving Kindle. Not after that shit.
No, he's being a bit of a dickhead. Yeah, valid. It would also be clear to you that they aren't obeying you so much as you told them. They were like, okay, all right, fine, we'll fuck off. It was you told them to stand down, and they're like, we will, permanently, forever, goodbye. Was kind of the way they decided to interpret that instruction.
Not your friend anymore.
I love how Rose, the Arrested Development memes, like, I love all my twig blights equally. I don't care for Kindle.
That's very good. Yeah. Trying to think of a me moment. Yeah, Jack proper scuppered me with Veriska. I was really hoping to attack Smoothie with her. I was like, oh, I'm flying, screw you. That was like, no, there goes my best laid plan. Damn it. I think I liked how I divided the combat. So Smoothie was torn. And how it wasn't exactly me that did it, but things worked out that just when Smoothie just when it was getting to the point of we need to, like, just after Trish was blamfed, Smoothie was desperately needed by the other group. Was, I think, just well balanced. It just happened story-wise, it worked quite well. So I was quite happy with that, if I can take credit for that. Would be my favourite self. Yeah, that'd be it. Bishop Blood liked the funny Berserker as well. Funny, I don't know, overconfident maybe.
No, overconfident? I was like, what are you doing, man? You're about to die.
Well, he was like, well, fuck it. Like, he was fully aware he was about to die. He was like, all right, then, come on, then, fuck it. Let's do it.
This is the point where you drop your sword and beg for mercy. You don't...
No, it wasn't in them. Yeah. Alrighty. Favorite Row moments. No, we've had that. Favorite LEB moments.
Yeah.
Favorite Esmeralda.
Fireball.
Yeah, that was good. Good usage of a good spell.
Yeah, like we never had to fight the giant fucking twig sculpture thing.
Oh, you managed that single-handedly solved the second phase of the boss fight.
Yeah.
For spoilers, seeing as it didn't happen and it won't now, they were trying to raise a giant tree blight that the statue would have turned into, and yeah. You managed to make that not happen, because that would have been very bad.
And that was literally all Esmeralda. That was the other, like, in terms of the fireball as well, you chose to ignore the combat that was right next to you to take out what will be the bigger threat later. And that was smart. It was good.
Keeping your head on a swivel, yeah. My LEB moment is actually going to be not in session. It was during this week. During the last couple of weeks, Ellie and I have hammered out a bit more of Ez's backstory, and she put a very interesting spin on it that I hadn't considered, that I think is really, really cool, and I will allow to play out narratively, so you will get to find out what it is. But it's very, very neat, and it deepens things and makes it far more powerful than the book would originally have had it.
Ooh.
So very good, interesting storytelling that you don't get to know about just yet. But Ellie did good. You probably will.
I liked when we were trying to figure out what happened to Trish, and that information was coming from Esmeralda, justifying it by saying he's sadistic, so he'd probably send her home. I thought was really interesting and astute.
I think I just really like that you cast Thunderwave and pushed them down the hill. I found that amusing.
That was neat as hell. Yeah.
It wasn't.
Get fucked.
Those moments in Baldur's Gate 3 are great as well, where you're just like, oh, I see where you put yourselves. Goodbye.
It's the Batman
in this
Begins.
case, it wasn't wasn't that permanent.
Never aware of your your fate.
You got to be mindful of your surroundings.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I found that quite funny, especially because it wasn't that much. It was just kind of like a tiny little Looney Tunes tumble. And they're like, and then climb back up the hill again to you. I liked that turn of events. It was very Looney Tunes. It was good.
Hey, Castellan. Not jumping and slowly walking instead, says Bishop Blood. Yeah. Like, ow!
Yeah. I am not jumping and taking the risk.
And needs to go back to her cart really badly. Because some of those attacks probably hit somewhere that they really shouldn't have.
Yeah. These were great axes. You don't get hit by a great axe and not, that's bad. Yeah.
Yes. So the fact she's walking is a feat at this point. But yeah, no, I enjoyed being able to play more with the spells this time, because normally she's quite stabby, but she got to be a bit more explosive this time around. So yeah, that was fun.
Magic is the way to go. It's far more effective. It's just a little bit more random. But yeah, Thunderwave is a very, very solid spell. Cool, excellent, glorious, wonderful. Well, we have all been flattered. And we should go away from here and find someone to raid. But it has been an absolute pleasure hanging out with all of you this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We have a couple more episodes of we have at least one more episode of the season. It may, however, not be next week, because I am uncertain if we want to have what will be a very necessary conversation without Esmeralda, because unfortunately Ellie cannot join us. So we will negotiate when and where that will happen, and if and how. But yes, so watch this space. However, there will be some more stuff coming up, don't you worry. But before we go anywhere, we need to talk about these wonderful folks. Ro, where the absolute heck can we see your next play?
Hi. You can see my next play at Melville Theatre if you happen to be in Perth at the moment, or in the next few weeks, because it opens on September 13 on a Friday.
Hey.
Which I'm totally fine with. It's fine. It's fine that I have a show.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. It's fine.
They happen almost twice a year.
Not a Scottish play, is it?
No, it's not.
But it does feature a lot of black cats.
So that one's called God of Carnage, and there's some actually really fun promo photos out for that, which you can see on my Linktree by going to the ticketing website, or you can go to my Instagram and see some more coming out there, because the promo shots for this show are quite wicked. And yeah, I'll be back here on a Monday sometime soon, and you can also catch me on Trouble Over Yonder, Jack's Cowboy Call of Cthulhu show, and that was a mouthful for me at this time of night.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th is only bad if you're a Knights Templar. Is it?
Or a teenager who wants to have sex.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, well, that too, yeah.
What?
There you go. I'm going to have to look that shit up, Tank Hunter.
I was going to say, what's the...
I imagine something bad happened to the Knights Templar on the 13th.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But I also don't want to know.
If you have the time and the inclination, Tank Hunter, explain. If not, carry on. Ellie, who the heck are you?
150th.
Hello, it's me, Ellie B, or it was. Yes, I'm usually here. When I'm not here, I'm somewhere else, as I will be next week. Specifically, I'm on a plane.
You're going to be very much going from one place to another at the time, so yeah.
Yes, I will be. I will be in a plane somewhere. But yes, I occasionally do things, usually here, but things may be happening later.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Things. Jack, you do things. What about them?
I do. Hey everybody, my name is Jack, and you can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au for any of your pro GM needs, and on all the socials and on Twitch and YouTube at Jack Squarepeg, where we do RPG edutainment, as well as the occasional video game potluck and my Cowboy Call of wow, I've caught your.
It is hard to say, isn't it?
Cowboy Call of Cthulhu show. It wasn't until you made
Vanilla peony.
I've had this trouble
Say it 6 times
before.
quickly.
And-
Ah!
It's a good warm-up, yeah. Cowboy Call of Cthulhu show, Trouble Over Yonder, which is basically John Carpenter's The Thing meets Good, Bad, and the Ugly. If that sounds like your jam, come check it out.
Yeah. Okay, that does sound very cool. I can endorse. Do check it out. Friday the 13th is when the Holy Roman Emperor and the French King plotted to assassinate all of the Knights of Templar across Europe. The Romans feared how powerful they got, and the French King owed them a lot of money. That sounds about right. It was dishonorable, it was considered a curse on those that did it, hence Friday the 13th being bad luck. There you go. Thank you very much, Tank Hunter. Interesting. Reach! You do book-related things, right?
What?
I do, yes. I have a new book. It's called Hybridize. Imagine this, folks. It's a murder mystery, but sci-fi cyberpunk setting. The brain has been stolen. A brain has been stolen, and we must get it back.
Shit.
Yeah, it's good. I'm pretty proud of it. Check it out if you like science fiction.
Book. Sorry, book. Jack.
Rachel, what a book?
Jack wrote. So I've been writing a travelogue for while I've been away in Thailand, and Jack responded to one of them, stick, and I immediately, I heard stick.
That's my contribution to this world.
Yeah, I was like, that is living in my
Echoes.
head rent free from now on. Yeah, it was Jack's voice going, stick. And I'm like, yeah, no, it was good for sticks. Thailand, if you like food on sticks.
Thailand has a lot of sticks.
They do a lot of sticks. It's actually really good because there's not a huge amount of food packaging waste, because so much of it comes on biodegradable sticks. Admittedly, they still use an awful lot of unrecyclable plastic bags, so, you know, swings and roundabouts, but there we go. Yeah, check out Rachel's book. I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsairs Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen and these guys and other people. This is very rapidly becoming, not quite, but very rapidly coming up to September, in which we do International Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day. There is some very cool shit in the works for that. We have a couple of affiliated groups of individuals. Roll with Advantage have already sent me a whole mess of dice that are winging their way Perthwards right now. They may well overtake Ellie in the way on the way over from the eastern states. Wooten Forge have promised to donate something as well. They are the creators of WAM, possibly even the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories, like this gorgeous Jared Dice Keeper. You can check out their stuff at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. I will actually put up the Roll with Advantage link as well, because they're bloody champions too, and if you fancy yourself some pretty dice, I hurt the guys quite a lot with some this evening. These are Roll with Advantage dice, and they're very pretty too. Troll Games have also promised to send me some cool shit to give away for that, and maybe come and run us through their Castles and Crusades system as part of the event, which would be rather neat. So yeah, if you want to check out their stuff, trolllord.com. They have recently redone the Castles and Crusades system, so the Kickstarter link is now defunct, but you can find the end result of it on their website. So do that. We are proudly supporting the Ukrainian folks through their time of tribulations at the moment as well. So if you have any spare pennies in your digital wallet after you've gone and bought yourself some Wooten Forge stuff and some Troll Lord Game stuff and some dice, chuck them over at the Emergency Action Appeal, which is a group of Australian not-for-profits and charities raising money to support the Ukrainian refugees generated by the war there. Thank you very much, bloody champions. I think that's about it. We have all the socials. those ones. We have the YouTube if you want to check out all the previous episodes of this series and all the other ones as well. There's a lot. And we have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there, read the travelogues. I mean, they're done now, but you can go back and read them. They were quite funny. I was quite proud of them. And yeah, see pictures of all the food on sticks that I ate. And I think we should go away from here and raid somebody, guys. We have a couple of options. The Eldritch Scribe are streaming, and seeing as we got raided by a stream team buddy earlier, let us drop a raid over on them. So, throw your favourite raid emotes up in chat, tell the Eldritch Scribe where you came from, show them the love like we always do, and we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel, back tomorrow night for some more Baldur's Gate 3, where Karen and I will discuss all the things that happened in the last week or so, where we went to Phuket, which was very nice. So, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody.
Whee!